pass, rolling to his right. They throw it, the in route to Tanner Steck, makes the catch. Steck dives for the pylon. Touchdown!
Up by the Nuggets, and an attack. That'll go for a kill from Anastier.
Lamar looks for a block, makes a man miss at the 5. End zone touchdown, swirls. Sets up middle. Jensen for the exclamation point kill.
30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and an 85-yard touchdown run for Landon Olsen.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com and 106.5 FM KRJB, Ada, Minnesota. It's high school football here today, the season opener for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars and the New York Mills Eagles. As both teams come in off a second-round finish in the playoffs last year, looking to rebuild a little bit, fill in some new spots, and come out and start the season off right. This is the Bitger Inc. pregame show. It's the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, the New York Mills Eagles, coming up on YourLiveEvent.com and your sports channel, 106.5 FM KRJB.
At the Bennett Hoagland Agency, they understand that crop insurance is not a one-size-fits-all program. It's their specialty at the Bennett Hoagland Agency, and they can easily identify the options you need to help your farm succeed. John, Wayne, and Marissa are dedicated to helping you create a cost-effective risk management plan that supports your unique farm operation. Call or stop at the Bennett Hoagland Agency, Ada and Moorhead, to review your crop insurance coverage. They're an equal opportunity provider.
The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Enjoy spectacular savings at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. Receive up to $150 off on your eyewear. Save more, buy more. Save more when you purchase your eyewear at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. Now through September 30th, you'll receive up to $150 off. See Valley Vision Clinic for all spectacular savings during this promotion. Valley Vision Clinic, excellence, experience, complete care. 218-784-4091 for the Valley Vision Clinic in Ada.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
This is your Bitger Inc. pregame show. Bitger Inc., they want you to drive safe for this fall as we get into school, and you'll be traveling to the school activities and also just traveling around, and also wishing everyone a safe harvest season. Remember to travel on quality tires from Bitger Inc. 456-SHOP. That's 456-7467. Here you can talk to Troy, the tire guy, at Bitger Inc. We go down to the field here as we get ready with our pregame show. We're going down with the head coach of Ada-Borup-West, Paul Tingham, down on the sidelines with Spencer Ribke.
Thanks, Jake. Yeah, I'm here with Coach Tingham, and Coach, 8-2 record last year. How do you build off of the successes that you've had over the last few years, and pretty good season overall last year too?
Oh yeah, you just try to reload and go on and fill your holes and try to get better every day. And we've got a lot of seniors back with a lot of experience, so the cupboard's not bare. We lost some key seniors obviously last year to graduation, but we've got kids stepping up into those spots, and hopefully they're ready to play tonight after 3 weeks of practice here. So a good tradition of winning, so hopefully we can continue that this evening.
And you mentioned the new faces, and have you been overall impressed with them the first 3 weeks? What compared to your expectations in the summer, have they surpassed those, or is it kind of like wait and see what happens tonight here?
You know, some practices yes, some practices no. You know, we've had some great practices. Some days it's a little shaky. So, you know, hopefully tonight when the lights are on here, they step up and you know, ring the bell, and hopefully they're ready to play tonight. But yeah, they're very capable. It's just a matter of you know, being consistent and you know, doing their job consistently and just doing what they're supposed to do. And you know, the ability's there, and you know, I think we definitely have a chance to be a good team here if we can keep getting better every week.
Yeah, and according to my record here, last time you faced New York Mills was maybe back in 2017 in the playoffs. It's a few years ago now. What do you know about these guys?
You know, we haven't played them since then. They were a young team. We were a pretty experienced team. I think that we ended up in the state semis that year, and I remember their best player that year was a freshman. He was a stud as a freshman, and you know, so it's all different kids. Obviously, that's, you know, what, 7-8 years ago. So we know they're a physical team. We know they play hard, and they're going to run the ball, and they're going to take some deep shots on their passing game. They like to throw it deep when they throw it, so a little play action. And we know they're very aggressive, and they're very physical and disciplined. So, you know, Coach Radnicki does a great job getting them ready. And you know, the last few years here, they've been, you know, I think 6-2 or better every regular season for the last 3, 4, 5 years here. So, you know, we expect a battle tonight. So, you know, hopefully we're ready to play, and hopefully we make plays when the opportunity arises for us.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That is head coach Paul Tingham for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. Join us with our Georgetown Farmers Elevator, Georgetown Agronomy pregame coaches' comments. You can contact Gary Balsam at the elevator, 218-236-6661. They thank you for selling your grain, purchasing your seed, chemical, and agronomy services from the Georgetown Farmers Elevator and Georgetown Agronomy, working for you, the area farmer. We're bringing you the season opener tonight between the Ada-Borup-West Cougars and the New York Mills Eagles. We continue on with our pregame show after this.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
Ada Building Center LLC welcomes you to discuss your plans and ideas for your new farm buildings, homes, garages, storage sheds, or other buildings you want at the lake, on the farm, or in town. Floor to ceiling, walls to roof, Ada Building Center LLC will assist in making your construction plans, providing quality project materials and free delivery to your job site. For updates and repairs, they have all the doors, windows, cabinets, and supplies you need. Ada Building Center LLC, 218-784-3661, Highway 200 East edge of Ada.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
This is Kenley Walling, the Activities Director at Ada-Borup-West School. These activities wouldn't be possible without the Booster Club members and businesses who made contributions of money and time to Ada-Borup-West School. The Booster Club supports band, FFA, FCCLA, elementary football, the school library, and much more. Thanks to the Booster Club and their members for their support, and roll Cougs.
This is the Bitgerink pregame show. The Ada-Borup-West Cougars hosting the New York Mills Eagles on a little afternoon matinee style football game for the season opener here today. We'll talk about the timing and why the early kickoff on that a little bit later. Right now, let's go back down to the field. Head coach of the New York Mills Eagles, Matt Radnicki, joins Spencer Ripke with our Georgetown Farmers Elevator, Georgetown Agronomy pregame coach's comments.
Thanks, Jake. Yeah, I'm here with Coach Radnicki. And Coach, what have the first 3 weeks of practice been like for you and the squad here?
I mean, it's been exciting. I mean, you know, we're looking forward to a season. It's always exciting to have an opening night of football, Friday Night Lights. So we're excited about playing, and the kids are working hard, and that's all you can ask.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're building off of a couple good back-to-back years now. You have some experienced seniors on the team. What does that mean for you?
Well, I think it creates confidence. Younger kids believe in themselves. What we try to do, we can do is going to work if we can do it right, and just have that confidence that we can play, and use the right technique, and have some God-given abilities too. But at the same time, our what we're trying to do, and what we're trying to accomplish, what our strategy is, it's going to work if we can just execute it.
Absolutely, and I'm sure buy into the culture and everything along those lines. And I'm looking on the stats here, and we have you as 10.7 points against on average last year. So can we expect to see another, a good defense here 2023 season?
Well, we're hoping to, but we have a lot of unfamiliar faces. It's going to be their first chance. So we hope that they're ready to go, but at the same time, we're playing a great opponent. I think our two teams almost mirror each other. Ada's been there the last 2-3 years, too, in the state tournament. We've been there. So, it's a very quality opponent we're playing. And so we just got to hope that we're going to focus on what we do well, and hopefully not make mistakes, not have a lot of turnovers, a lot of penalties, and don't beat ourselves, and then see what happens.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
Spencer Ripke down on the field with head coach Matt Ratnicki for the New York Mills Eagles, as you see there, meeting the officials here ahead of today's game with the season opener against the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. Last year, the New York Mills Eagles, they had a 8-2 overall record. They were a number 1 seed before they lost in the second round of the playoffs to Breckenridge. Ada-Borup-West, they were 8-2 as well on the season. They lost to Red Lake County in the second round of the playoffs last year. So both teams looking to start a season to go a little bit further here this year. This is the Bitgerink pregame show. We continue after this.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
I've always been more so of a caring person, I'd say. The care aspect and being able to make a difference in their life and help them to have as normal of a life as they can. Whenever I provide care for them, I always try and go above and beyond and do you need anything else? Can I help you do this while I'm here? And take care of all these wonderful residents, and it's really nice having such awesome residents here. I would definitely recommend a career at Benedictine Beta.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Thank you for joining us today on your sports channel, 106.5 FM KRJB, and with the live video on yourliveevent.com for this season opener football game between the Ada-Borup-West Cougars and the New York Mills Eagles. Early kickoff today. The reasoning for that is because the Cougar volleyball team is hosting Sacred Heart. So it's a double dose of Eagles here today with New York Mills followed by the Sacred Heart Eagles. We'll have that game. We'll catch it up in progress here on both KRJB and you can view it in the entirety at yourliveevent.com as they get the varsity game on the volleyball going later today. But we'll join that in progress here today on the radio as we get this season opener here with Ada-Borup-West and New York Mills. We have Spencer Ripke joining me down the sidelines. Sarah running the camera with us here today. Kaylin's in the KRW studios, pressing the appropriate buttons and everything else here tonight. Myself, Jake Berkmeyer, here at the Johnson Sports Complex, high up top in the press box, ready to bring this matchup to you. And Spencer, as we look at this, I think let's start right away. Let's talk about some field conditions. Field conditions here from Dave Dahl of D&D Mowing, and first game of the year, so you know your field's looking great, but there's some other things that might affect gameplay here today.
Absolutely, yeah. Shout out to Doug Sliniger. The field is looking great. I think the number one thing to keep our eye on tonight here, Jake, is going to be the wind. Strong wind. The flag is, as you look into the southeast end of the field by the scoreboard, it's really blowing, and just watching warm-ups here, receivers are really having to adjust to these passes, and on the other end of things, you know, punts are going to go really, really far when you have the wind at your back. So I think wind is going to be the big factor. It's also pretty hot, but the wind is, I think, going to be the biggest factor tonight.
Yeah, a little warm, but that wind helping on. You mentioned that flagpole blowing there, right next to the new scoreboard as well, too. Got to give props to Director Kenley Wallin and everyone else involved to get that new scoreboard in place here for the season. Got the video board and everything, and we're all fancy out here now. Yeah. So that's your field conditions here, brought to you by Dave Dahl, D&D Mowing in Ada. Whether big or small, Dave Dahl can handle it all with regular cutting and bagging this fall, the thatching and bagging in the spring. Call Dave Dahl, 218-556-2116. Here to schedule with Dave Dahl, D&D Mowing. The broadcast tonight here is brought to you from the Thrivent Financial radio booth. Visit with Laura Tweeton, Thrivent Financial. Ask about planning for your future. You can leave your legacy by visiting with Laura Tweeton, Thrivent Financial representative. It's the Ada-Borup-West Cougars and the New York Mills Eagles. We continue to talk about the matchup, get you ready for our first kick of the year coming up on KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Kyle Larson here for Franson Bank and Trust. We are a Farmer Mac approved lender that can offer operating lines of credit, land, equipment, and facility financing. Our lending experts understand the farm economy and climate in and around the Ada area. With a fast underwriting process and local decision making, you can save time on all farming and ag-related inquiries. Contact our Ada office today to learn more. Franson Bank and Trust, real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, Swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
On the Bitgering pregame show on KRGB and yourliveevent.com, bringing you the season opener tonight. High school football, Ada-Borup-West hosting New York Mills. Two teams here that's, well, let's see how things turn out for them on the season. Starts with having a good week one. Spencer, you're a coach. You've played some football as well, too. And I think they always say, that week one, getting that first victory, that's really the way you want to do it. Start that tone, set that tone there for the season.
Absolutely, and wouldn't you agree, though, it's also, there's a lot of uncertainty coming into the first game. So, you lose some seniors, you have some young people step in, people playing maybe some new roles, new positions, and just some uncertainty. So starting off the season with a win is just huge to get that ball rolling for confidence building and everything like that.
And teams get that scrimmage in. They go there, they get to see someone else across from them, but a little different there. You get your 10 plays offense, 10 plays defense. You're rotating that. It's not who can put together that sustained drive and really control, that line of scrimmage on offense or defense there to kind of dictate how the game is going. And I think that is going to be a big key here in this one as you come in and, both teams, not a whole lot of size, but so how that's going to be controlled there.
Yeah, and you mentioned like the scrimmaging, and one thing Coach Radnicki said in the pregame was, limiting the mistakes, the turnovers, the penalties, and that's something in a scrimmage you can just kind of wipe that away and start over the next play. But in a Thursday night lights here tonight, that's not the case. When you make a mistake, those mistakes can hurt. So I think that's another key to the game that Coach Radnicki provided us.
As far as preparing too, you talked with coaches a little bit, and you mentioned it. Not facing each other since 2017. As far as I could tell, it's the only time that these two programs have matched up. So how do you prepare not only for an unfamiliar team, but just an unfamiliar coaching staff a little bit too, is a question, I think.
Absolutely, and it's not like college where you can kind of get someone soft on the schedule the first game. These are two good teams. So not only have they not played for 6 years or however many years it's been, but in addition to that, it's no cakewalk for either team tonight.
Yeah, no D3s coming to the big house or anything like that.
That's right.
So, but two teams that they have had a lot of historical success and looking to do that again this year. We'll be back with more of your Bitger Inc. pregame show. Ada-Borup-West and New York Mills coming up on YourLiveEvent.com and KRJB.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy. Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
As we prepare to head back to school, students at Ada-Borup-West will go back to school on Tuesday, September 5th. Visit ada.k12.mn.us for more information and parent resources as you prepare to send your student back to school, whether that's transportation, whether that's the e-learning plans, free and reduced lunch forms, or questions before school can be answered by visiting ada.k12.mn.us. You can also call the school for more information, 218-784-5300. The Ada-Borup-West School District looks forward to a safe back to school.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Bitger Inc. pregame show on 106.5 FM KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com. Thank you for joining us and remind you to contact Bitger Inc. located in between Ada and Halstead for savings on tires, oil changes, tire repair, new tires. There with Bitger Inc. Call and schedule 456-7467. That's 456-SHOP with Bitger Inc. located in between Ada and Halstead. The fall doubleheader, the rare fall doubleheader here for you today for Ada-Borup-West, with the football game kicking off here in about 5 minutes, and then they'll have the volleyball game tonight as well with Sacred Heart. That varsity scheduled for that 7:15-ish time there, depending on how the JV goes ahead of it there. But we're excited to be able to bring this one here to you, and I want to say thank you to you, the listener, the viewer, for joining us here today. Also, thank you to all the fine sponsors that you'll see and hear throughout our broadcast coverage. They're the ones that make it possible for us to be here with our coverage. We ask that you please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you here today. Thanks to Sarah running the camera up in the booth with us here today. Spencer Ribke joining me down on the sidelines. Kaylin in the Ada Building Center's LLC studios here to get this one going. Don't forget, she'll have the R&J Sports nightcap for you here today after the volleyball match as well too. So that will recap everything that's going on with a busy Thursday, the Thursday before Labor Day, the kind of the first day when things really get going for the football season. A few games going on tomorrow, but we get going on here tonight. I'm Jake Berkmeyer, ready for the call here with Ada-Borup-West hosting New York Mills. Starting lineups, opening kickoff. It's coming up next.
At the junction of Highway 59 and 200, you'll enjoy a stop at Pump 24 Corner Market. Gas and diesel islands are available 24 hours for all vehicles. In the Corner Market, you'll find convenience foods, grocery, hot stuff subs and wraps, pizzas, salads, and more, including the Plump 24 roasted chicken. You can add mashed potatoes and extras for the full meal. Hot coffee is always available every day at Pump 24 Corner Market in Mahnomen.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Wrapping up here. What's up? Six. That's a good 12, I thought. Yeah, I don't know. There, little off-air, on-air consultation there. Getting questions asked. Questions I don't know the answers to, apparently. Here as we get ready for our opening kickoff, let's look at our starting lineups here, brought to you by Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North in Ada. Here for the offense of the New York Mills Eagles as they're introduced as a team. They will start Carter Hudala and Sam Kupweiler at the offensive tackles. Your guards are Will Seaman, Grady Roberts, Blake Unger at the pivot at the center spot. Tegan Loston, the running back, along with Hunter Bozeman. Bodie Roberts at tight end, Deshaun Robinson and Finn Roeder at wide receivers. Braxton Enert, the junior quarterback, leads the New York Mills Eagles as they come out this year 8-2 overall record a year ago and get the season started on the road here today before they host Pine River Bacchus next week in their home opener. For the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, looking at their starting defense here, will be on the defensive line Mason Larson and Wyatt Larson, the Larson brothers at the defensive ends. On the inside part of the 4-2-5 defensive alignment, Lucas Mertz, the sophomore, along with Austin Dryden at the defensive tackles. Ames Facino, Lance Kritzberger are your two linebackers, along with cornerbacks Brendan Fetting, Casper Kritzberger. Free safety is Austin McCraven. Weak safety is Charlie Shaw. Strong safety is Cameron Spaeth for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. Your starting lamps are brought to you by Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North in Ada. Here, as you can check out the fresh trades on the lot. Here, ask about a 31-foot Burgo chisel plow, 3-bar harrow. You can call for pricing. Also just in an S205 Malroe Bobcat. It's a local trade with 1,580 hours. Talk to Chuck O'Neill for price and information. Plus a new arrival on the lot. Highway 9 North, it's a 2014 Versatile DT 550 with power shift, 36-inch tracks, 1,700 hours. Talk to Chuck O'Neill at Ziegler Egg Equipment in Ada. Our officials for tonight, the back judge is Mike Scully, line judge Phil Hansen, down judge is Rick Martinson, referee is Mike Martin, and the umpire is Jackson Lingus for today. New York Mills Eagles in their white jerseys with the white jersey tops, white pants, blue numerals there, white helmets. They're kicking off here, kicking right to left, so they will be with the wind to kick things off to the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. Here with the black pants, red jersey tops, black numerals outlined in white with the black helmets with Cougars across there. We're all set to go in this one. I'm ready. Sarah, you ready? Spencer, you ready?
We're ready.
Then let's get going here with our opening kickoff. Brought to you by Doug Markuson, Markuson Accounting Service in Ada, 784-6002. Put Doug Markuson and Markuson Accounting Service of Ada to work for you. Tax preparation, accounting, payroll services, plan for retirement, and other tax and accounting questions you may have. Contact Doug Markuson, 218-784-6002. That's 784-6002 for Doug Markuson, Markuson Accounting Service in Ada. Ball is teed up. Braxton Enert will kick it off here for the Eagles. Returners back for the Cougars. And the 2023 season is underway as the kick, a mid-range kick picked up here at the 15-yard line on the left hash, brought towards the middle of the field. Cutting back here, finding a hole up to the 35. Here breaking his way out to the right side, up to the 39-yard line. And Brendan Fetting with a good return to set up a good position to start the first drive of the year for the Cougar offense.
Jake, the Cougars are scrambling a little bit there. Austin McCraven ran off at the last second, and I counted 10 guys on the field there for that kick return. So just the first game things that you got to clean up, right?
Just think if they would have had 11.
You never know.
You never know. Wyatt Larson, the senior quarterback, will lead things out. We'll also see Austin McCraven split in there as well, too. A little quarterback competition in camp. Nothing was totally figured out, so they'll see how things work here in game number one. Cameron Spaeth will be the wide receiver on the bottom part of your screen. Here as the split out, solo receiver, two receivers left side, pistol set, wing back on the right side. Olsen takes a snap, gives it off. Here, and the ball pops loose. The ball pops loose, but who jumps on it? And Fetting did jump back on it here, getting up here to the 40-yard line, gain of 1.
Yeah, Jake, even the snaps, it seemed like that. I mean, it's the first game. I don't know if it's the wind or first game jitters or what, but that snap wasn't very clean in that pistol formation there to Larson.
Young offensive line as well, too. Alex Bourne, Luke Finney, the freshman, Corbin Tannehill, sophomore Lucas Mertz, Austin Dryden on the offensive line. Brendan Fetting, the running back, Mason Larson, the tight end, Cameron Spaeth, Charlie Shaw, Lance Kritzberger, the receivers, Wyatt Larson in the pistol set, turns, fakes the option left side, keeps himself trying to find a way, gets it up to the 45, pounds his way forward to the 46 that time as he runs into Joseph Mann and is brought down, bringing up now a third down, and let's call it a long 3.
They snuck in Austin McCraven at the quarterback on that one. Took me till the end of the play to realize now it looks like Larson's coming in with the next play call here.
All right, so we're going snap for snap here on that one. So bring it in. Third down, first third down of the year for the Cougars. Split lone receiver to the right side, bottom of your formation, bottom of your screen. Here, Cameron Spaeth, two receivers, Shaw and Kritzberger wide left. Tight end on that left side. This is Olsen running the quarterback keeper around the edge, trying to find gets underneath one tackle as they come up high on him. He ducks around him, but the rest of the defense flows right to him, brings him down for a loss of 1 and a fourth down upcoming.
And that was number 9, Deshaun Robinson, getting back there. And we also had number 8, Joseph Mann, getting back there, kind of blowing it up early, allowing him to clean up and make the tackle.
Sam Kupweiler, Carter Hartela, Ashton Lehman, Bodie Roberts on that defensive line, Will Seam, Elijah Menz, Blake Unger in the linebacker group, Tegan Losted, Finn Roeder, Deshaun Robinson, Braxton Enert, the defensive backs, as mentioned there too, with Mann coming in. Punt formation for the Cougars. Snap is back. It's a rollout. Looking to keep it now. It will be Cameron Space. He'll look to throw, and it is incomplete. Intended receiver that time was Brennan Fetting. Incomplete pass by Spaeth and a turnover on downs.
Jake, I think the Cougars probably decided, a punt into this wind. We're maybe just better off rolling out and seeing if we can make something happen here and picking up the yardage.
So the turnover on downs on the first offensive possession for the Cougars gives the ball to the New York Mills Eagles. 9:38 to go in this first quarter. Ball marked in Cougar territory at the 44-yard line. Junior quarterback Braxton Enert in the huddle. Ooh, strong wind. It's blowing things around in the press box here today as well, too. Enert will be under center, I formation, plus a wing back to his right side. Receivers split each way. They run the wing back in deep motion. We had early motion. All wrong there. Flag comes out, blows the play dead here before the first snap for the Eagles. I don't think anyone heard it.
Little miscommunication out there. There was an early whistle before the snap. Maybe it's the wind making it harder to hear, but they kind of continued to play, and some more whistles came in a few seconds later.
Well, good to see guys playing through the whistle, I guess.
That's what you coach them to do, right?
Yeah. False start on New York Mills, so that will mark them back 5 yards, bring up a 1st and 15. As mentioned, Enert is the quarterback. Huddle, Seam, Unger, Roberts, and Kupweiler on the offensive line. Austin and Bozeman are your running backs. Bodie Roberts, Robinson, and Roeder. Triple R there is your tight end and receivers. 2 receivers left side, 1 right side. Here is, looks like Hunter Bozeman gets split out wide to the left side. In the shotgun set, running back to the right side of Enert. He will play action, balls on the ground, picked up then by Enert as he's rolling backwards on his feet, trying to make guys escape, and he's finally converged on. It'll be a loss down to the 42, so that's going to be a loss of 8.
Jake, after the Eagles came out, those first 4 defensive plays really very solid, and now back-to-back mistakes with the penalty and the fumble, and coach's comments. Coach Radnicki before the game said we can't make those mistakes, so he can't be too happy after the first 2 plays here on offense.
No, losing 12 plays here and bringing up a 12 yards, not 12 plays. 2nd and 22. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun set for the quarterback, Enert. Snap comes back. Play action, looks over the middle and overthrows Robinson. Intended here for Deshaun Robinson, running, looked like a little slant route across the middle and just past his reach.
Yeah, I think he had him open there. Just a little bit of a overthrown ball, and the wind is going to do that today as well. And Coach Tinja mentioned in the pregame as well that he knows that New York Mills is going to take their shots, so we'll see what they can draw up here with 3rd and 22.
3rd and 22, they do have the wind, so they're not throwing into the wind, which does help them as they go spread formation, 2 wide right side, 2 wide left side. Enert going to put the running back on his left side now as he's in the shotgun set. Cougars with the 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. Here looking, time to throw down the field and throwing deep and overthrowing Robinson. The intended receiver brings up a 4th down for New York Mills.
Back-to-back overthrown balls. I think with the wind at your back, there's also a slight adjustment to make. Seemed like some Eagles that kind of had their hands up in the air looking at the referees because there was a hard count, and it appeared like the Cougars had jumped. I'm obviously not at a good angle compared to the officials, so I'm not going to second-guess that.
Well, defense, you can move as long as you don't come across, and I didn't see if they did or did not cross that neutral zone. So we'll bring up a 4th down, likely punt formation. Enert is the punter. He's the kicker as well, too. one of those guys that just don't come off the field very much. Brennan Fetting going to go back deep. Now he's going to run forward as they come out in the shotgun set instead of the punt formation. Instead, they're just going to roll out here to the right side and maybe give him the option, and he's going to have the option to take it. He'll make it up here to the 48-yard line. Pick up a gain about 6, but a turnover on downs.
Great tackle by Charlie Shaw. You know, if he makes that first guy miss, he could be dangerous. So, you know, Charlie Shaw just stuck it, drove his legs, wrapped up nice. That's the kind of play you want out of your defense to get the ball back.
8:34 to go in this first quarter. Brings up drive number 2 for Ada-Borup-West. They will start in Eagle territory here at the 47-yard line. Here they'll come out, 2 receivers, right side, wing back right side as well. 1 receiver to the left side. Running the quick screen play here, and I think they were saying a backwards pass there because it looked like it bounced, and they do say it was a backwards pass, so ends up as being a positive yardage on that.
Yeah, McRaven kind of just, I mean, that was hard from my angle, Jake. I wasn't quite sure that the play wasn't blown dead, so the officials must have saw it was a backwards pass, and now it looks like Larson's coming back in with the next play call.
So technically a fumble recovery for Mason Larson then, as he'll pick up 3 yards on what will go down as a rush. Well, first game of the year, checking the stat keeper as well too. Miscommunication here as Wyatt Larson comes in as the quarterback, sends Brendan Fetting out wide to the left, gets him set up, 7 on the play clock. Here's they spread it out, empty set, back to pass. Larson going to keep it on a quarterback draw, works his way to the middle of the field, makes one bag of miss, dives forward ahead, has the first down and more as he's up to the 30-yard line, gain of 14 and the first down of the season for the Cougars.
Great run by Larson. He was patient to set up the fake pass, that quarterback draw, and made a couple nice cuts just right up the middle, shoulder pads down, nice little job of running.
Good job of the offensive line too to let that defensive line kind of come through, fake that they're getting that pressure because they've gotten penetration here and kind of use that against them. McRaven comes in at quarterback now, switching here back and forth. Here's they send 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side on the receivers in the pistol formation. Turn, handoff now here to Fetting, running the read option, and the read is to give it to Brendan Fetting here, crossing the 30-yard line. Get up just shy of the 29-yard line, give him a gain of 3 on first down.
Sam Kupweiler with the tackle there, number 54 for the Eagles. And Jake, how nice is it to actually look up at a play clock?
Yeah, we got the play clocks here underneath the scoreboard, also in the back of the end zone or behind the track on the other side of the field as well too. And yeah, some improvements certainly done there as, again, we talked about the scoreboard and some signage and branding and everything else too. It really looks nice out here at the Johnson Sports Complex. Spaeth goes wide left here as Shaw and Kritzberger go wide right side. Here will be a read option this time as the ball comes loose, diving on it. Got that arm away from the body trying to make the cut, diving back on it though, and Larson keeps it. Be a loss on the play of 1.
Looked like Sam Kupweiler and Blake Unger in the play and kind of knocking that ball loose for the Eagles.
Kupweiler from the DN spot, Unger in his linebacker spot, looking to put some pressure on there. Unger, the center on offense and the center of the defense there at middle linebacker out there for New York Mills. 3rd down and 8. McRaven in at quarterback. Twin receivers right side, tight end and stand-up 2-point stance. Left side along with 1 receiver. The lefty, McRaven, looks to that side of the field, dumps off underneath. Caught here by Mason Larson up here and stiff arms but brought down, but still picks up the first down. Here getting a gain of 10 for the first.
Great job by McRaven giving the empty hand ball fake with his right, keeping it in his left, and as a left-handed quarterback, just taking a couple steps to the left and throwing that out to Larson. Nice little play call as well.
You look at that for the defense, not only do you have quarterbacks switching, but you got a right-handed quarterback and a left-handed quarterback here to watch it. Coming up a little bit hobbled on the play, Mason Larson comes out. Here's he gets looked at there. Looked like he landed on something wrong there, and it seems like Miles Wambach comes in here for him. So Play clock running down. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. It's from Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada with the fastest pumps in town. Gas and diesel at the pumps. The snack, soda, ice machines. Don't forget the car wash and the pet wash at Freedom Fuel and Shine, Highway 9 in Ada. 0-0 our score. 5:10 to go. First quarter on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. We're back after this break.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Holly and Hendrum.
The 2023 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is now available in digital format. You can view the 2023 Fall Sports Guide online and on mobile by visiting rnjbroadcasting.com and clicking on the Sports Guide link. View schedules, coaches' bios, and see plenty of photos and tidbits to get ready for the fall sports seasons. The R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is now online and available at rnjbroadcasting.com.
First and 10 out of the Freedom Fuel and Shine timeout. Ada-Borup-West with the football from the left hash mark. As they will split two wide plus a 2-point stance tight end there on that right side. They run the pitch play to Fetting, trying to get a kick-out block. Ducks inside at the hash mark, wrapped up, spun around, driven backwards that time. Making the play for the Eagles, it's Will Seam there to make the stop after a 2-yard carry.
Yeah, good pursuit by Will Seam, and there was 3 or 4 other Eagles ready in pursuit, really, I think, fully prepared to stretch that all the way to the sideline if need be. So great pursuit by the defense on that play.
New York Mills, the Eagles in that defense there, as mentioned, with the white uniforms, the blue accents, white helmets, Cougars red or black pants, red jersey tops, black helmets. That's your Valspar colors of the game, presented by McCollum's Hardware in Ada with the most advanced paint mixing and matching technology in the area. Visit with McCollum's Hardware in Ada. From the right hash mark, it will be McCraven looking. Now he's going to run on a quarterback draw to the left side. Lowers the shoulder, tries to run through the defense. Why run around when you can run through? And he'll get it up here to the 10-yard line, gain of 7.
And that was a very similar play that we saw Wyatt Larson run earlier. And again, I think you can tell they've practiced that because the O-line is doing a great job on that play call.
And I think when you do have quarterbacks mixing and matching like that, it's one thing you got to do is run the same plays so that you don't become predictable there with who's coming in. Speaking of which, here comes Wyatt Larson in for the play. So he sends out Kritzberger and Spaeth wide left. Wide right side will be Shaw and Wambach. Here is Larson, gives it to Fetting here on 3rd and short, and he's bouncing there in the backfield, trying to go horizontal to find a hole. Nothing there. He's brought down for a short loss of about half a yard.
Great defense there. There's about 4 guys on that tackle. Deshaun Robinson was one of those. Very good defense. Just nowhere to go for Fetting.
4th and 2. 3:15 to go here in this first quarter. Scoreless first quarter on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Cougars going 3-0 on their first drive. Eagles went 3-0. Couple of first downs on this drive for Ada-Borup-West as they started on the Eagle 47-yard line. They've driven 36 yards, and they're trying to pick up this 4th and short now. 2 receivers left, 1 right. McCraven, the quarterback, just inside the left hash mark. 1 running back there in the pistol set. Back to pass. Quarterback draw. Looking to escape out to the right side this time. Playing the fat, but spinning off of it. McCraven with the body control to keep the feet. A little spin, a stumble, and a dive forward, and should have the first down yardage. And he does.
Yeah, nice little job of running. I thought for sure that the defense had him, and I think that spin move and that last effort is what got the first down there, and much needed first down on 4th down.
McCraven, the junior quarterback, comes out as a senior quarterback. Wyatt Larson rotates in. Speaking of Larson, Mason Larson got dinged up earlier in the drive. See him pacing around. Testing looks like to be the ankle got twisted a little bit for him. 2 receivers right side, 2 left side. 1 back in the pistol set with Larson. He'll run a man in short motion here, coming in to kind of pull trap, handing it off to the running back Fetting, and he's on first and goal, picking up about 1 yard.
Yeah, you mentioned that little trap scheme there. I think that was Lance Kritzberger with a nice little block, kind of pulling from left side to right side. Ran into the ball carrier a little bit, but at the end of the day, made a nice block. Just really good defense again.
Lance Kritzberger shifting from more receiver to more tight end right now with Mason Larson looking at that ankle here. And we've seen Miles Wambach come in as a receiver. He'll be split out wide to the left side. 2 receivers right, 3 receivers there as they put that tight end in short. Shaw readjusts, lines up. They run pitch play out to the right side. Here's Fetting looking to get in. Finds a little spin move into the end zone. Touchdown. Brennan Fetting in from 6 yards out, and the Cougars strike first for a 6-0 lead.
Nice job of patient running, following the blocks, and making the cut at the right time.
So with 1:23 to go here in this first quarter, Brennan Fetting in for the 6-yard touchdown run. Cougars will come out, look to attempt the point after now. Here as Sam Melting, the PAT kicker. It looks like Cameron Spaeth will hold. Lance Kritzberger, the long snapper for the Cougars. Here as the kicking into the wind. Snap, low snap, fire drill now. Is Spaeth going to roll out? Rolling out, looking, got to throw, got to do something. He's going to keep it himself. He'll get it back up here to the 5, but the 2-point conversion will fail. So the fire drill gets snuffed out. And with 1:23 to go, first quarter on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Ada-Borup-West leads New York Mills 6-0.
It's Cleaner with Gleaner. Gleaner Combines from Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9, North Ada. Have you been seeing the demonstrations of these Gleaner Combines? Check with Chuck O'Neill for details at Ziegler Ag Equipment. New trade-ins at Ziegler Ag Equipment, 31-foot Borgo, chisel plow with 3-bar harrow, just in S205 Melrose Bobcat, local trade, 1,580 hours. Talk with Chuck O'Neill for pricing and more information. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9, North Ada, 218-784-2961. At the Bennett Hoagland Agency, they understand that crop insurance is not a one-size-fits-all program. It's their specialty at the Bennett Hoagland Agency, and they can easily identify the options you need to help your farm succeed. John, Wayne, and Marissa are dedicated to helping you create a cost-effective risk management plan that supports your unique farm operation. Call or stop at the Bennett Hoagland Agency, Ada and Moorhead, to review your crop insurance coverage. They're an equal opportunity provider.
Here your scoring drive as the Ada-Borup-West Cougars go 47 yards. Big 4th down conversion for Austin McCraven on a quarterback keeper. They're spinning away from the defense to extend the drive, and a couple plays later, Brennan Fetting with the 6-yard touchdown scamper to make it 6-0 after the PAT had a low snap and ended up failing. So Ada-Borup-West leading 6-0 over New York Mills as we broadcast on your Thrivent Financial radio booth. Here we'll visit with Laura Tweeton, Thrivent Financial. Here you can contact her for planning your future, build your nest egg, reach long-term goals with Laura Tweeton and Thrivent Financial. Ada-Borup-West kicking into the wind. Kickoff, Mason Larson was the kicker, but with that ankle, looks like Tate Jacobson will be the one to come and kick now. Jacobson going to get it teed up here, and Larson getting checked out there with that tape around the ankle there on the trainer's table. Deshaun Robinson, Brent Roeder back deep to receive. Also looks like Joseph Mann back there as well. So Jacobson teeing it up. Officials taking a little extra time here for some water here on a warm day. Right foot kick, high kick, very high kick, picked up here at the 24-yard line. 1, 2, 3, and into the open field. It goes number 3, Finn Roeder on his way, one man to beat, trying to get past Shaw. He does, and it stumbles into the end zone, touchdown. What a way to respond with a kickoff return for a touchdown. First time special teams get out and they make the score for New York Mills.
Wow, right up the middle. It was a nice job of blocking. The guys in front of him had one guy to beat, and Charlie tried to dive there inside the 5, couldn't quite bring him down. Then that'll like spark a fire under the Eagles there. Nothing like a special team score.
Nothing like a 12-second possession there to get that going, and Roeder just, as he said, straight up the gut basically, and picks it up. We'll see here. Looks like Eagles going to come out. They are going to go for the kick. Enert is the kicker. Looks like Robinson will hold.
Jake, I did see some warm-up kicks in warm-ups, and he was sending it all the way to the discus area, so there is a leg on this guy.
Well, and again, kicking with the wind here, so here comes a snap. Good rush, though. Gets there, and it's blocked. That time looked like Wyatt Larson coming off the edge, got a finger on it, blocks it, the PAT fails, and it's 6-6, the score on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Enjoy spectacular savings at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. Receive up to $150 off on your eyewear. Save more, buy more. Save more when you purchase your eyewear at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. Now through September 30th, you'll receive up to $150 off. See Valley Vision Clinic for all spectacular savings during this promotion. Valley Vision Clinic, excellence, experience, complete care. 218-784-4091 for the Valley Vision Clinic in Ada.
Well, after a Finn Roeder kick return score, went 76 yards. Ada-Borup-West, their special teams trying to respond as well. And Wambach back deep to receive. There, and actually, no, sorry, Larson, not Fetting. Is that 12 or 22?
That's Larson. You had it.
That is Larson. Okay, yep. Had the nice kickoff return up the first time. We'll see what they do this one as Enert with the win kicks it, and it's going to be a touchback. There's Wambach, just lets it bounce by him through the end zone onto the track, and we'll start this one from the 20-yard line.
And I think punts and kicks in that direction are really going to be a factor in this game. Well, both directions, but that thing just sailed right over his head and out the back of the end zone.
This is one of those games that help you, for the who's going to lead the district there in touchbacks. This game going to help you if you can kick with the wind a few times.
Yeah, keep scoring touchdowns and pad the stats, right?
That's right. We like stat padding. Yeah.
And Larson's kind of doing it all, isn't he? He's kick returning, he's blocking extra points, he's every other quarterback snap. Kind of an interesting combo you mentioned. I think he plays D line.
The D end too. My favorite, split position, quarterback, defensive end. I love it. Aaron Cook did it. He's down the sidelines too watching. He did in high school, so he knows what's going on. Here, Larson going to run the quarterback here from the pistol. Gets it off. Here, breaking 1-2. Tackles here across the 25-yard line up to the 27-yard line. 7-yard gain for Brennan Fetting. Sets up a nice second and short.
When there's a Fetting in the backfield, you can't tackle them high. You got to go low, and I think the Eagles were shoulder pad level. You got to get a little bit lower, get them around the legs.
Brendan Fetting, the senior, it's been a long time since there wasn't a Fetting there in the backfield.
That's right, yeah, and one thing they all have in common is you better wrap up and tackle them. They run hard, they lower the shoulder pads. I mean, generally speaking.
Austin McCraven going to bring in now at quarterback as he brings in the play. Fetting will be behind him in the pistol. 2 receivers left. Tight end in a 2-point, almost like a stand-up wing back there as McCraven keeps it himself. Again, that little pull from the wing back, Kritzberger, there to get inside, end up as a lead blocker. Gets a first down here up to the 31-yard line there for the gain of 4.
Blake Unger had a textbook tackle there, getting the shoulder pad right on the ball and everything. And as a defense, that's what you want. Keep hitting those quarterbacks when they're carrying the ball, and maybe force a fumble every now and then.
Cougars come to the sideline. Looks like they're going to let the clock run out here on the first quarter. So we'll be tied up 6-6 on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. A touchdown run and a kickoff return touchdown for the Cougars and Eagles, respectively. That's what we've had here. Let's get ready for our second quarter when we come back on 106.5 FM KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to ChristianMotors.com or ChristianCarsOnline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. ChristianMotors.com, ChristianCarsOnline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
Ada Building Center, LLC welcomes you to discuss your plans and ideas for your new farm buildings, homes, garages, storage sheds, or other buildings you want at the lake, on the farm, or in town. Floor to ceiling, walls to roof, Ada Building Center, LLC will assist in making your construction plans, providing quality project materials and free delivery to your job site. For updates and repairs, they have all the doors, windows, cabinets, and supplies you need. Ada Building Center, LLC, 218-784-3661, Highway 200 East edge of Ada.
1st and 10 for Ada-Borup-West as we begin the second quarter on their 31-yard line. They take the snap, roll out on the play action. Larson looking to pass. He'll duck inside one rusher. Now looking to the right side into the flat. He'll keep it himself. Dive forward across the 30. Well, he was at the 30. And gets it here up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 on the scramble for quarterback Wyatt Larson.
62 Blake Unger and 61 William Seam on the tackle. Good pursuit by the D-line there to bring Larson down. And, he really didn't even get a chance to look downfield there, did he, Jake? I mean, he had defenders in his face the whole time.
Yeah, and with a young offensive line here trying to get some pressure, the defense bringing some blitzers here to try and do that. Joseph Mann in at the quarterback or the linebacker spot here, along with Seaman Unger in that second level. Here's the defensive lineman line in tight, and we have a timeout called. Here's a play clock running down. Timeout called by Ada-Borup-West. Timeouts from Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada. 11:06 to go. First half, we're tied at 6 on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halsted, 218-456-2172.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
This is Kenley Walling, the Activities Director at Ada-Borup-West School. These activities wouldn't be possible without the Booster Club members and businesses who made contributions of money and time to Ada-Borup-West School. The Booster Club supports band, FFA, FCCLA, elementary football, the school library, and much more. Thanks to the Booster Club and their members for their support, and roll Cougs.
Second down and 8 yards to go for Ada-Borup-West. In the pistol set, Austin McCraven turns, rolls out, looks, dumps the pass off here. Caught by Lance Kritzberger at the 40-yard line. Spun forward to the 43. It'll be a gain of 10 there for Kritzberger on the catch from McCraven. And Spence, you noticed there after that first down play, having to take the timeout, the clock run down because of some changes on that offensive line.
Yeah, we have Alex Bourne down here on the sideline getting attended to by our athletic trainer Jordan Krieger here. Looks like maybe a lower leg, ankle type injury. Second one of the day now for the Cougars, and I believe Tate Jacobson is stepping into the left tackle spot.
Correct. 52, Tate Jacobson in there at left tackle. Here seeing Mason Larson. He's has the ice bag on as well too. So it looks like he'll be done for the day. Kritzberger kind of sliding down from receiver to tight end. Here's Wyatt Larson. He's going to scramble here on the quarterback keeper. Lowers the shoulders. He gets across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Pick up an extra yard on the run through the defense with the lowered shoulder up to the 49-yard line. Gain of 8.
Finn Roeder took the brunt of that from Wyatt, but I mean, kudos to him for actually making the tackle and not letting Larson break that open. And you know, Jake, the Cougars have sure liked that quarterback draw play here in the first and second quarters.
Well, spreading them out with the trips and 4 wide sets there, and you got Larson that kind of has that running back mentality at quarterback there of, well, as we've seen it, he kind of wants to run through you a little bit. He likes that contact. Trips receivers to the left side in the pistol set, running the receiver screen out to Cameron Spaeth. His first touch here today. He'll be wrapped up and trying to dance and find his way forward. They're saying the ball came out. Officials, though, I think they're saying he was down.
Yeah, I think he was down. But, you know, you're trying to sell that for the officials, right?
Well, you know, first game of the year, got to get the acting chops in as well, too.
And I think there's maybe a missed assignment out there. Spaeth had just nowhere to go once he caught the ball.
So here as Larson brings in the play, it will be a 3rd and 1. Ball on right on the midfield line. So just got to get up here to the 49-yard line. It will come out. Again, Tate Jacobson now at left tackle. Along there with Luke Finney, Corbin Tannehill, Lucas Mertz, and Austin Dryden on that offensive line. Pistol set, and it will be turn, give, and Brendan Fetting just plows into the back of his own guy. Says, I'm going to just pick up the first yard down, plus an extra yard, gain of 2, and move the chains.
Yeah, I think Lucas Mertz turned around and said, who is that, you know, jumping on my back there? Oh, it's your teammate trying to get that extra yard.
Mertz, sophomore on there. Got a freshman on that offensive line too, and Luke Finney. A lot of underclassmen having to come up and play some spots here for the Cougars here after graduating a decent Cougar senior class last year. It will be Wambach and Spaeth out wide to the right side along with the tight end Kritzberger. Now Wambach going to come out to the left side along with Schall. So 2 receivers left side here in the pistol set. Rolling out, McCraven looking to pass. Looking downfield, he's going to tuck it and run. Here's he weaves his way in and out and picks up the first down on a gain of 11 up here to the 36.
You know, pre-snap, the Eagles almost double covered Spaeth on that left side. They really slid that safety over to the left, and I think Spaeth actually had them both beat, but, Austin just kind of said, oh, pick it up with my feet. So whatever works and gets you that first down and moves the chains, I guess.
It was good pressure coming around on that left side of the defense as well, too. Bodie Roberts for New York Mills putting some pressure on McCraven. Now Wyatt Larson will come in at quarterback in the pistol set, take the snap, pitch it out to the left side. Here to Brendan Fetting trying to find room off the edge. Flag comes in behind the play as he has turned back, rounded up, and it will for sure be a loss, and even more if that penalty remains on the Cougars.
Yeah, that was good defense there, and I don't know if it's going to be a hold out here on one of the wide receivers, or it was kind of in that direction.
This will be the first penalty on the Cougars here today. Coach Tingham coming out here by the officials saying what's the call, and it does look preliminary like it will be on Ada-Borup-West.
I believe it was Spaeth and Kritzberger out there on the left side, and they both kind of, the blocks look clean originally, but, you got to let them go once they get by you. And, it looks like it was a holding call there, Jake.
So mark them back 10 yards there, and going to set up now the 1st and 20. Ada-Borup-West here was scoring on the Brendan Fetting 6-yard touchdown run. Ensuing kickoff return was brought back by Finn Roeder for New York Mills. Both teams did not get the PAT attempts to go, and it will be 6-6 our score here. 7:39 to go in this first half, and I think right now a good time to keep your focus with Dr. Dave Solson in the Valley Vision Clinic in Ada, 784-4091 for the health and safety of your eyes. Visit with Dr. Dave and the staff, and I think the focus right now as you get near to this second part of the second quarter, nearing the end of the first half, and this is really the time where you can get those big momentum plays that can help swing the game. Pistol set, McCraven, play action, looking to pass, set up a screen. Sets it up here for Brendan Fetting, but what a defensive play that time to split the two blocks, read it out perfectly. That time, great defense by Blake Unger from that middle linebacker spot. It's going to be a loss of 4 on the play back to midfield and a 2nd and 24.
Yeah, I noticed Joseph Mann getting in there as well, and kind of a couple missed blocks. I think the screen was actually set up really well. The receivers kind of ran the defenders either deep or off to the opposite side. So the play was there, but really good job by the defender to blow it up and make the tackle.
Looks like we got a officials timeout for a water break here with 6:45 to go in this first half. 6-6 our score on our Lakes Community Co-op score. We're back after this timeout from Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
Timeout, water break timeout from Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada. You can get the water at the vending machines, plus ice on a nice cool or a warm day. Cool down with some ice there for the Labor Day holiday. You'll need to stock up on that and make sure the car is looking nice with a fresh car wash from Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada. Pistol set, trips receivers to the right side, set up a screen. Instead, they're going to pump fake, and Wyatt Larson going to keep it himself as he rumbles forward. Ball pops loose, and the Eagles jump on it at the 45.
Great heads-up play by Tegan Lawson, number 2, to hop on that ball.
Nice drive that had gone 6+ minutes, but then the penalty and the loss on the screenplay marching them back, and now the penalty, so 3 negative plays end up the first turnover of the year for Ada-Borup-West, and now it will be the first time we've seen the New York Mills Eagle offense since the 8:39 mark of the first quarter because of that kick return touchdown. Here is Braxton Enert in the shotgun set with the running back to his right. 2 receivers left side, that wide side of the football field. Hand off through and off the left tackle up here to midfield. And the carry that time looks like Lawson will take it.
That was just a really good push up front by the Eagles. I mean, on that left side, Carter Hadala, Will Seam, and Blake Unger just really getting some good momentum up front.
5-yard carry, so second down and 5 yards. 2 receivers left, 1 right, same formation, but now from the left hash mark, they will run through, and here they will, are they saying the ball came out again? No. Nope, held on to it, gain of 2 on that one.
Yeah, the runner kind of just dropped it down for the officials after the conclusion of the play. That was almost an identical play to the first down. I guess they're going to the well. Until the Cougars figure out a way to stop that play, might as well keep running it if you're going to get 3 yards a pop.
See, Brody Menge looks like he comes in as a defensive end for Mason Larson. Mason Larson on that left side, Wyatt Larson on the opposite side. Here still have Mertz and Dryden in the middle. And it'll be a 3rd and a long 4 here. As the play clock winding down, looks like we're going to have a timeout. We will have a timeout, so we'll take the time here, come back here, 3rd down and 4 to go for New York Mills. Tied at 6, 5:23 to go, first half on KRGB and yourliveevent.com.
I've always been more so of a caring person, I'd say. I don't know, the care aspect and being able to make a difference in their life and help them to have as normal of a life as they can. Whenever I provide care for them, I always try and like go above and beyond and like, do you need anything else? Like, can I help you do this while I'm here? And take care of all these wonderful residents, and it's really nice having such awesome residents here. I would definitely recommend a career at Benedictine of Ada.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Be a 3rd down and 4 for the New York Mills Eagles. They split out 2 wide receivers right side, put 2 left side in the spread formation, very far outside here. Almost like they want to run something there off that right side of the offensive line as they move the running back over to the left side of the quarterback, Enert. He's going to actually take it the left side there on the quarterback power carry following his running back, Loston. And we'll cut the distance in half, bring up a 4th and 2.
All right, and now keep in mind the Eagles are going into this strong wind. First 3 plays of this drive have all been ground and pound, but might not be the best time to break out the passing game, but we'll see. Just a couple yards to pick up.
Amazing what special teams can do for you. We're under 5 minutes to go in this first half. This will be the 8th offensive snap for New York Mills this game.
Wow, that's a stat right there.
And a little shuffling there of the lineup here as they get set up. Finn Roeder goes out here to the left side after he started right side. Robinson alone on the right side. Give it here up the middle, tripped up and very close to the yardage marker. Right foot or left foot. I think he's going to have the distance there as Austin tumbled forward. And going to be right on the line, and they're going to move it forward here with the gain of 2. There is the first down marker.
They do that little play with the quarterback kind of, I don't know if he's reading it or if it's a designed run to, line up to the right of the quarterback and kind of read off that left tackle on the left side. But that play has been effective for the Mills on this drive, at least 3 of the 4 plays.
Starting to get difficult to tell on some of those if it's a true read option or if it's some of those RPOs or what it is that everyone's running these days. Lone receiver Robinson to the right side. 2 receivers twinned out to the left side, top of the formation. Shotgun set, running back to the right side. It's going to be read option this time, and Enert going to get it up here to the 41-yard line, picking up a gain of 4.
Yep, so that's the play they've been trying to kind of set up, I think, Jake, with the quarterback's doing a great job of really allowing the ball to be like just ride the running back with it for a second or 2 before he pulls away, and makes it hard for the defense to know. We got a late substitution here.
Yeah. How many men were in the huddle? 1, 2.
One stepped off, too.
Yeah, well, they're going to run the play here, and Austin going to bounce it outside, but he has nowhere to go as the defense there for the stop. Looked like Lucas Mertz coming in, making a stop, losing the 4 that they just picked up. It'll be 3rd and 10.
All right, so last time with the 3rd down, they and 4th and short, they kept it on the ground going into this wind. So now we have 3rd and 7 here. We'll see if they go to the air or continue with the ground attack.
Yeah, so they say before he was spun around, they say the momentum was stopped. So they only mark him back a loss of 2, not the full 4 yards there. So ball needs to get down here to the 35-yard line for a first down. Trips receivers all packed up tight, very wide out on the bottom of the formation. Setting up a receiver screen out to Robinson on that side. Being tracked down here, makes 1 guy miss, makes 2, and goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. and looks like he will have the yardage for the first down.
That's a good play design. I think that's the first time we've seen them come out in trips like that. And Casper Kritzberger did a good job to save the day. He breaks that tackle and he scores. So kind of nice job to wrap up and push him out on that one.
Eagles pick up a first down. They have 2 on this drive. That's 2 in the game, 2 on the season here for New York Mills. Trying to drive here before the end of the first half. Again, the Eagles kicked off. They deferred after winning the toss, so they have the chance here to receive second half and trying to see if they can get a double up here on the drive. 2 receivers left side as Kaluski goes out there along with Elijah Menz. They're going to run it up the middle. Running room this time to lower the shoulder in the third level. Running through, picking up the first down on a gain of 10. That time for Lawston. And good run that time. Gives them 5 carries, 17 yards on the game.
Nice run there for Tegan Lawston. Good job by Austin McCraven to meet him in the middle of the field. And it was a nice collision there. But overall, great job to pick up that first down.
During that timeout, we were saying that the game was hitting a little bit of a lull, kind of the feeling we were getting right now, though. Feels like after that timeout coming out, the Eagles, they're starting to get a little momentum and just doing it with that, hey, we're going to run the ball approach.
Definitely, and we thought they maybe had a little momentum after that kick return, but then it kind of fizzled out with a 7-minute drive by the Cougars, but it's definitely the meter is ticking back towards the Eagles here.
It looks like we're going to have a timeout here. Play clock runs down to 1. They call the timeout. 2 minutes to go. First half, the unofficial 2-minute warning here in the first half. We're back after this timeout from Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Kyle Larson here for Franson Bank and Trust. We are a Farmer Mac approved lender that can offer operating lines of credit, land, equipment, and facility financing. Our lending experts understand the farm economy and climate in and around the Ada area. With a fast underwriting process and local decision making, you can save time on all farming and ag-related inquiries. Contact our Ada office today to learn more. Franson Bank and Trust, real people, real results. Member FDIC.
It will be a first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. 2 minutes to go. I believe 1 timeout left for the Eagles. I believe both teams have 1 timeout left here in this first half. New York Mills lines up from inside the right hash mark. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Running back in the shotgun set to the right side as they hand it off and being brought forward here.
Fumble.
The ball did pop out.
Charlie Shaw.
Cougars get it.
Popped out and landed right in front of Charlie Shaw. Said thank you very much.
Was that Robinson that they put in the backfield that time for the carry, number 9?
I missed that. The D ends for the Cougars went so far around that middle was wide open, but the ball just popped out.
And Charlie Shaw gets on it for the recovery. There, so the fumble on the drive, and Ada-Borup-West takes over with 1:54 to go in this second quarter.
Wind at their backs as well, Jake, so playbook's wide open, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and they got some receivers. Let's see if they can bust a big play. They got a lot of time here. Starting in at quarterback here is McCraven on this drive. They pull 2 linemen around here from the right side to the left side. Flag comes in behind the play as McCraven works his way up here to the 25-yard line temporarily. A gain of 5, but I have a feeling this one's going backwards.
Yep, I think you're right. I think it's going to be against the Cougars, possibly a holding.
Mertz Dryden, the guard and tackle on that right side, came around trying to double pull for that lead block. And we do have a holding call on the Cougars. Their second penalty, both holding calls, total of 20 yards on those 2 infractions. So puts them back at the 10-yard line. Here to see what they can do. New York Mills just checking out the defense here, sticking in that base 4-3 defense. Here with Kupweiler, Hadala, Lamont, and Roberts on that defensive line. Here's the snap, comes back here to Larson. He'll run the draw, fumbled by Fetting. He'll just jump on it. And it'll be a loss of 2 for Brendan Fetting there. Clock will continue to run. We'll see maybe if the Cougars on this one a little more content to let the clock run now. They can get it inside the 40-second mark there to try and run out the half. Again, I believe the Eagles do have 1 timeout left if they wanted to at least force the Cougars into a punt. They would punt with the win, but then you get a chance to run around, throw something up, and see if you can get some magic here before half.
Yeah, and you never know. Backed up snaps and everything to the punter, first game of the year. I mean, I think that's a very realistic scenario.
5 on the play clock. Here, 48 on the game clock as they snap it off. Here it's a quarterback keeper for McCraven. He'll work his way left side to right side, and I believe that they will be able to potentially run the clock out now. Here's the play clock will be off. Gain on the play, mark him up 6 yards. Here, don't forget, here after this clock hits 0, Spencer Ribke down the field. He'll grab Coach Paul Tingham for some halftime coaches' comments right away. So we'll grab those, and then we'll grab Coach Radnicki, too, coming back out of half. So Cougars out on the field, clock running down, and we're going to see if they are going to run a play, line up, or just chill out in the huddle. They're going to take a timeout. Timeout with 3 seconds left. 3 seconds left in the first half. Tied at 6 between Ada-Borup-West and New York Mills on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. We're back after this Freedom Fuel of Ada timeout.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Barring penalty, the final play of the first half. Ada-Borup-West puts 2 out right side as they drop back to pass. They're going to look, they're going to throw it deep as McCraven will overthrow his intended receiver, Spaeth. And the incomplete pass is how the half will end. And we end the half tied up at 6-6, our score on our Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Here we have our halftime report coming up from the Lynn Force Insurance Agency and our halftime coaches' comments from United Savings Credit Union. With locations in Fargo, Detroit Lakes, and in Dilworth, UnitedSavingsCU.org to learn more about becoming a member and unlocking the credit union difference today. Here as head coach of Ada-Borup-West Cougar football, Paul Tingham, going to be joining us in this one, recapping that first half. Here we'll do that as well with our first half stats coming your way here momentarily as Coach Tingham going to have a quick conversation here before he goes into the halftime conversation. Here, so
yeah, I think Coach was trying to ask about selecting a side for the third quarter, seeing if the wind will die down or not here. Right. So I'm here with Coach now, Jake, and Coach, tie ball game after the first 2 quarters. Mistakes were made on both sides. How do you clean up the mistakes with your own guys?
You know, we just got to execute better. We haven't been real disciplined. You know, it's not one thing. It's just first game, jitters, I think, a little bit. We got some new guys out there, and, you know, we're making mistakes that they know better. You know, got to take care of the football. We put it on the ground a couple times here. You know, that always hurts you. You know, we had chances on a couple plays to get them, and we didn't get them. And, you know, we got to read our blocks better. We got to sustain our blocks better. You know, defensively has done a good job. You know, their only points are the kick return there, and we got out of our lane in the kick return. They took it to the house. That was obviously a big one there. But, you know, we got to make a lot less mistakes in the second half, just in general. We made too many mistakes, and, mistakes. When you get 3 downs to get 10 yards, one mistake can really kill you when you're playing against a good team like this, because you're not going to get big chunks against these guys because they're physical and they're disciplined. So we just got to play better, play smarter, make less mistakes, and if we can do that, then we'll hopefully have a chance in the fourth quarter. But if we continue to make some of these little mistakes that may not obvious to the crowd, but they're not doing exactly what we're coached up to do, maybe we got to do a better job coaching them, make sure they're more disciplined, and make sure we're more clear on what we want from them as well, so they do a better job out there. But yeah, just got to play better.
Coach, Alex Bourne and Mason Larson, can we expect them to return, or it looked like lower legs? Can you fill us in on that at all?
I think Mason's done for the day. I think Alex will be playing, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he's playing. But Mason's done. He got rolled up on that, made that catch over there on the flat and ran the guy. When he tackled him, kind of sprained his ankle pretty badly, so he's done for the day. But Alex should be good to go as far as I know.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the next half.
Thank you. Our halftime coach's comments from United Savings Credit Union. At the half, we're tied up 6-6 between Ada-Borup-West and New York Mills. This is the Linforce Insurance Agency halftime report.
Hillsborough Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsborough Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsborough Dairy. Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
As we prepare to head back to school, students at Ada-Borup-West will go back to school on Tuesday, September 5th. Visit ada.k12.mn.us for more information and parent resources as you prepare to send your student back to school, whether that's transportation, whether that's the e-learning plans, free and reduced lunch forms, or questions before school can be answered by visiting ada.k12.mn.us. You can also call the school for more information, 218-784-5300. The Ada-Borup-West School District looks forward to a safe back to school.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
At the junction of Highway 59 and 200, you'll enjoy a stop at Pump 24 Corner Market. Gas and diesel islands are available 24 hours for all vehicles. In the Corner Market, you'll find convenience foods, grocery, hot stuff subs and wraps, pizzas, salads, and more, including the Plump 24 roasted chicken. You can add mashed potatoes and extras for the full meal. Hot coffee is always available every day at Pump 24 Corner Market in Mahnomen.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Your halftime report from Linforce Insurance Agency with locations in Fosston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Mahnomen, Fertile, and Ada. Linforce is your insurance source. Since 1937, you can visit with your nearest agent or at your nearest Linforce Insurance Agency or go online, linforceinsurance.com. 6-6 at the half, season opener between Ada-Borup-West and New York Mills. It was both teams going 3-0 on their first drive of the year, And then it would be Ada-Borup-West capping off a 47-yard touchdown drive with a Austin McCraven fourth down scramble to give him the first and goal, and 2 plays later, Brendan Fetting would get in from 6 yards out for the touchdown run. Bad snap on the point after attempt and ended up a fire drill and ending up incomplete, and it would be 6-0. Ensuing kickoff, Finn Roeder takes it 76 yards to the house as he takes the high kick and just busts it up the middle. And the touchdown return ties it up at 6-6 after the PAT attempt was blocked. And that is pretty much all we'd have in the first half, as the Cougars did have a drive where they were putting it together, but then a penalty marked them back, had a loss on a screenplay that went backwards as well too, and ended up turning the ball over once in that first half. Eagles would turn over once as well, and that would be the way that the half would go for the Eagles, and the Cougars tied up at 6 there on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. We'll come back here. We'll look at our first half stats, add them together. We'll grab some more halftime coaches' comments, get you ready for half number 2. It's coming your way on 106.5 FM, KRJB, Ada, Minnesota, and yourliveevent.com.
Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Holly and Hendrum.
The 2023 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is now available in digital format. You can view the 2023 Fall Sports Guide online and on mobile by visiting rnjbroadcasting.com and clicking on the Sports Guide link. View schedules, coaches' bios, and see plenty of photos and tidbits to get ready for the fall sports seasons. The R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is now online and available at rnjbroadcasting.com.
Halftime report from the Linforce Insurance Agency. Let's look at our first half stats and numbers. Your statistics brought to you by Christian Motors in Fertile. For the New York Mills Eagles, rushing the ball, Braxton Enert with 4 carries, totaling 4 yards. It was Tegan Austin with 5 carries, 17 yards. Had Deshaun Robinson 1 carry, 4 yards, and a fumble in that first half. Passing the ball, it was Braxton Enert, 1 of 3 passing, 7 yards. That went to Deshaun Robinson for 7 yards. So 10 carries, 18 yards on the ground, 1 of 3 passing, 7 yards. There, not 18 yards. That's, let me add that back up. That's 25 yards. 25 yards. Forgot to add in that 7 there. So 25 yards plus 7. That becomes 32 yards of total offense in the first half for New York Mills. But they had the biggest splash play of the half. That was a 76-yard Finn Roeder kickoff return touchdown. There was also 1 turnover on a fumble in the first half for New York Mills. For Ada-Borup-West, Brendan Fetting, 9 carries, 20 yards. Austin McCraven, 6 carries, 35 yards. Wyatt Larson, 6 carries, 27 yards. Mason Larson, 1 carry, 3 yards. Passing, Austin McCraven would be 4 of 5 passing. Cameron Spaeth would be 0 of 1 passing. Receptions of 1 catch, 10 yards for Mason Larson, 1 catch, 10 yards for Lance Kritzberger, 1 catch, 2 yards for Cameron Spaeth, 1 catch for a negative 4 yards for Brendan Fetting. 22 carries for 85 yards rushing, 4 of 6 passing, combined for 18 yards for Ada-Borup-West. That's 103 yards of total offense in the first half on 28 plays. They had 1 turnover. That was a fumble there, and they had 1 touchdown run from Brendan Fetting, a 6-yard touchdown run. Missed out on the point after try, and 6-6 is our score here at half. That's your halftime statistics. We'll have our second half preview coming up. We'll have some coaches' comments and more when we return. You're listening on 106.5 FM KRJB and watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's cleaner with Gleaner. Gleaner Combines from Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Have you been seeing the demonstrations of these Gleaner Combines? Check with Chuck O'Neill for details at Ziegler Ag Equipment. New trade-ins at Ziegler Ag Equipment, 31-foot Borgo, chisel plow with 3-bar harrow, just in S205 Melrose Bobcat, local trade, 1,580 hours. Talk with Chuck O'Neill for pricing and more information. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961. At the Bennett Hoagland Agency, they understand that crop insurance is not a one-size-fits-all program. It's their specialty at the Bennett Hoagland Agency, and they can easily identify the options you need to help your farm succeed. John, Wayne, and Marissa are dedicated to helping you create a cost-effective risk management plan that supports your unique farm operation. Call or stop at the Bennett Hoagland Agency, Ada and Moorhead, to review your crop insurance coverage. They're an equal opportunity provider.
The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Halftime report from the Linforce Insurance Agency as we go back down to the field with more halftime coaches' comments. Here is head coach Matt Ratnicki joins Spencer Ribke down on the field.
Thanks, Jake. Yeah, I'm here with Coach. Coach, what's the message to the team here at Jake? He's communicating with an official here. Mike Martin had a question here. What was the message to the team at half?
It's a good football game. We made a big play. They made a big play too, but they kind of ground it out a little bit more. We got to get a little bit better rhythm on offense right now. We're kind of stagnant on offense. We're having a hard time getting our playmakers the balls. Number 9 and number 3, the guy that ran the kickoff return, they touched the ball once each, or 9 had a fumble there too. But those guys got to, we have to find a way to get the ball to those guys because they're playmakers and they can do what they did in the kickoff return and that. So, that's coaches, we got to do that, but we just got to keep battling. It's 6-6. It's going to be a close game. It's 1 or 2 plays are going to make it.
Yeah, to Jake and I, we've kind of noticed like 2 tangible moments where it seemed like the momentum was really all Eagles. So, what do you got to do to just like sustain a drive or get that momentum and just keep it and put some more points on the board?
We just got to get back to our fundamentals. We didn't tackle very well in their touchdown drive in the end zone there. A couple of plays were standing straight up. And then on offense, we just got to, get those positive yardage. Our backs falling forward. Our linemen, taking the initial line of scrimmage and getting to the second tier on the linebackers, and we'll get positive yardage.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach, and good luck next half.
There you go, head coach Matt Radnicki for the New York Mills Eagles as they are tied up with the Ada-Borup-West Cougars 6-6 here on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard as we get ready for our second half kickoff. Here we want to talk about our first half high performance play of the first half from Performance Ag west of Borup. Here, where if you want high performance on your farm, visit with the guys at Performance Ag with dry and liquid fertilizer, seed, sugar beet, corn, soybean, alfalfa, sunflowers, plus agronomy and application services available. Thanks for your business from your locally owned agronomy center, Performance Ag, west of Borup. And our performance play in the first half was the Finn Roeder 76-yard kickoff return touchdown. It was the equalizer as well, as that made it 6-6, where we've stood since that mark there with 1:11 to go in the first quarter, a scoreless second. And now we get ready for the second half, as that is our Performance Ag high performance play of the game. Ada-Borup-West will be kicking off, kicking into the wind from left to right. Tate Jacobson will be on to do the kickoff here as we get a long huddle there for the Eagles on their sideline. They're going to break out here, and they're going to see if they can duplicate the kick return efforts of the first half.
Yeah, and on the other side of things, the Cougars are having flashbacks right now. And Jake, we talked about that first kickoff. There's a lot of hang time. There's plenty of time for the Cougars to get downfield. The ball just kind of sat up there with that wind, but we'll see if it happens again, and we'll see if the Cougars do a better job of staying in their lanes.
Well, I think they're definitely going to do something different here because they're teeing up the football on the right hash. I wonder if they're going to try and angle it there towards that sideline and just, kind of converge on them that way, not give them any room to get to the outside. Here is the kick, and it's just going to be a little onside squib kick, and it's going to be jumped on right away, the up back. Not sure who that was. We'll check the number there as they pop up, and New York Mills has it at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and it looked like that was number 12, Braxton Inhert, doing it all. We mentioned how Wyatt Larson is kind of doing it all for the Cougars, returning that kick there for the Eagles and playing quarterback and getting in on some defensive plays as well.
So from midfield is where we start this drive. New York Mills comes out. Hadala, Seam, Unger, Roberts, Kupweiler on the offensive line. Enert, the quarterback, in the shotgun set with running back to his left side. That being lost, and they'll give to him. He'll go right side, cut back left side, gets by Larson, then wrapped up by Shaw coming up from the safety spot after a gain of 4 yards on our first play of half number 2.
How Lucas Mertz was back there in the backfield, but almost overran the ball carrier a little bit and had a chance to maybe get a tackle for a loss. But good job of hard running by the Eagles to turn that into something positive and pick up the 4 yards.
2nd and 6 now. Elijah Menz comes out. Menz comes in. Bozeman goes out on the rotation for New York Mills. Looks here like they're going to put Cody Roberts in the backfield, in that running back next to the shotgun set there with Enert as he'll take himself. Oh, what a cleanup hit that time coming up, and Lance Kritzberger laying the lumber on that hit.
Yeah, Lucas Mertz had the ankles wrapped up. One goes low, and the next guy comes up and, like you said, cleans it up. Nice job by Kritzberger. This is probably the biggest hit we've seen of the night here, Jake.
I think that would easily be the case there on that one, as came in and now forced a 3rd and long, 3rd and 8-yard line, 3rd and 8 to go from the 48-yard line. Here is they send Roeder and Bozeman out wide to the left side. Robinson wide right side for New York Mills. Enert in the shotgun set, running back to his right. Calling out, waiting for the snap. He'll take it and give it off here to the running back, Loston. He'll make one guy miss. Little stop start, try and jump out of the ankle tackle, and then that allowed Larson to get over there and get him down for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, I think Casper Kritzberger was in on that play as well on the defensive side. And, Coach Radnicki mentioned getting the ball to their playmakers, and that was one of them, but just nowhere to go.
Casper Kritzberger there on the outside, all 5'8" and 130 of them as the sophomore. Got him starting out next to like Charlie Shaw there in that defensive backfield. It's a little difference in the height. We got a timeout, New York Mills. 9:51 to go, 3rd quarter, 4th down and 6 for New York Mills. When we come back, tied at 6 on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard.
Enjoy spectacular savings at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. Receive up to $150 off on your eyewear. Save more, buy more. Save more when you purchase your eyewear at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. Now through September 30th, you'll receive up to $150 off. See Valley Vision Clinic for all spectacular savings during this promotion. Valley Vision Clinic, excellence, experience, complete care. 218-784-4091 for the Valley Vision Clinic in Ada.
Timeout from Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada. Here with the New York Mills Eagles starting the 3rd quarter with a drive. They've gone 4 yards. They want to go 6 more yards here. See if they can pick up the first. And late substitution running off the field for New York Mills. as Enert watches him get off the field. Now in the shotgun set from the left hash mark, sends a man in motion across the right side. Low snap comes down. It's going to be the rugby-style kick, and he does get the kick off. It will go over the head. Whoa! Can he track it down? Robinson dives, can't get it before it rolls into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback there. Beautiful punt. Robinson going down the field, couldn't quite catch up to it, though. Would have been a fantastic special teams play.
Yeah, it had the right angle, just didn't quite get out of bounds before the goal line, and good hustle as well, like you mentioned, by Robinson. Almost got there in time to save it. Either way, it's for the Eagles a good field possession, swap, pinning them back now at the 20.
Flipping the field back here after the touchback to the 20-yard line. Here for the Cougar offense, Alex Bourne back in at left tackle. Yes. So Bourne, Finney, Tannehill, Mertz, and Dryden on that offensive line. 4 receivers here as they go in the pistol set. Handoff here to Brendan Fetting. Runs through one arm tackle and powers his way up here to the 25-yard line. Gain of 5 for the senior.
That's great. Great first down play. Get a 5-yard pop there, and 2nd and 5 opens up the playbook a little bit. Granted, the Cougars are going into the win. Like you mentioned now, Alex Bourne back in the game, and here comes McCraven with the play call for 2nd down.
Austin McCraven rotating there with Wyatt Larson at that quarterback spot. Pretty much every snap we've seen. And McCraven will be in the pistol set. 2 receivers left. Wing back and a receiver out to the right side. They're going to fake the give, keep it himself across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Short Gary for McCraven.
A lot of quarterback keepers from the Cougars offense in this game so far, but probably an advantage with having 2 quarterbacks rotating every other is, they get a breather after carrying the ball.
Get that time to catch the breath and see what Wyatt Larson can do as he runs in here on 3rd down. 3rd and 4 here in the middle of the field. Here just between the hash marks, we got officials timeout here. What's the call on this one?
I think there's a uniform that came untucked here, Jake.
Oh, yeah, looks like
Austin Dryden, maybe?
Dryden got to tuck in the pads there a little bit.
Okay. Nice call, Mike Martin. You spotted that.
Well, look good, play good. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, and maybe a shoulder pad adjustment here too.
So get that fixed. They'll head back to the huddle, or they're just going to back on the line of scrimmage, and let's run the play here. So Shaw comes out wide right. Looks like Brendan Fetting going to split out in the slot right as well. And empty set here now for the Cougars as they run a man in motion. They give it to Spaeth, and the Eagles sniffing that out. They fly in, and big tackle for a loss. That time it's like they're in the huddle knowing that one was coming. It'll be a loss of 4 on the play.
Yeah, number 3, Finn Roeder. And we talked a little bit about momentum, and, there's a lot of white jerseys out here feeling pretty pumped up, clapping their hands, and that was a huge stop for the Eagles.
So now the Cougars come out in punt formation. They're going into the wind. Wind, though, has shifted a little bit, kind of diagonally coming across the field now, not directly into it. There's Spaeth is in the formation. Snap comes back to him. Small rush. He gets it off, and it dies in midair. Will take a bounce and be down at the 41-yard line. So net of 19 on the punt and a short field for the Eagles. There's 7:49 to go in this 3rd quarter. So we saw how the Eagle punt moved them, or put the Cougars back, and now getting the 3 and out, and good field position for their offense. Will be Enert leading the Eagles out of the huddle. Twin receivers left side. Here, put receivers right side. That's Robinson as they throw it to Robinson. And Deshaun trying to find his way in between tacklers, trying to find a gap. Does find it for a 1-yard carry, or a 1-yard gain up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Cameron Spaeth was kind of just right on him right from the start there. And, he ended up carrying him a yard, so great to turn that. The ball was actually behind the line of scrimmage initially, so just for the Eagles, way to turn that into something positive with Robinson there.
Well, Robinson, one of the players that Coach Radnicki said he want to get some touches to, the other being Finn Roeder. He split out wide left on the bottom of your screen, part of the trips receivers that direction. Enert calling for the snap, gets the Cougars to jump. They've gone to that hard count, the double count here a couple times, and this time they get the Cougars whole off a defensive line coming across.
Yeah, and I just on the field you get that feeling of momentum. I guess it's like hard to describe, Jake, but it seems like it's all New York Mills right now, and even just a small thing like getting them to jump and staying disciplined. A lot of the players are pretty pumped up on the offensive side of the ball right now.
They'll once again come out in the tripped receivers on the left side of the formation. Tight end on the right side, that being Roberts, and then they got Austin, the running back, to the right side of Enert in the shotgun set. They'll run the screen this time to Roeder. It's tipped up and that was nearly a pick six for Casper Kritzberger going back the other way. Pass was off the mark. He put the hand up there, deflected it, but couldn't find it and bring it down.
Yeah, I mean, that was just good ball skills, though, for him to get a hand on that because you're right, almost a pick six, but if he misses that completely, that might be a touchdown going the other way. So good job just to break up the pass by Casper Kritzberger there.
Be a 3rd down and 4 now for New York Mills.
And Jake, was that intended for Robinson again?
Roeder.
Okay.
Roeder, the outside receivers coming in on that one. There. Roeder will be the outside part of the trips with Robinson inside, and they got Bozeman in the middle of that trip formation. Here's the give to Loston, and he will run forward before he's met by Shaw in a collision that I think Loston wins a little bit as he gets the first down here to the 28-yard line. Gain of 7.
Yeah, Loston ran a couple guys over on that play, and you could almost hear that, the smack of the pads there. Nice job of hard running and picking up the first down.
Well, 8 carries, 27 yards, but he's picked up some big first downs or a couple big runs to move the ball forward for him in this game. Staying with that same formation, trips receivers left side, tight end right side. Enert will give to Austin. He'll run forward into a crowd that time. And Austin diving forward. He'll pick up 4, 5. They mark him forward.
Lucas Mertz was the guy to bring him down for the Cougars on that play.
Mertz Dryden at the defensive tackles. Wyatt Larson still in at defensive end, rotating in.
Miles Croshes is coming
there
in
right
here.
now. Miles Croshes has come in as well here as the defensive tackle. Cougars trying to rotate some guys in, get them some breathers, keep them fresh here in this second half, game number 1. Receivers out to the right side on that top side of the formation. They'll run it and penetration, but a stop start and keep trugging forward that time. And Loston will be very close to the first down yardage if he doesn't have it.
Every time he touches the ball, he's running someone over in a red jersey, it seems like. He's sure good at putting the pads down and not going to go around you. I'm going to go through you.
He goes through him for the 5-yard carry and the first down, back-to-back 5-yard totes to the rock. There for the
Looks like we have a guy
senior
on the ground here, Jake. Maybe a cramp situation?
Yeah, an Eagle down out there, so they will tend to him as we take the officials' timeout. We'll break away. 5:16 to go in this third quarter. 6-6 the score on our Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. And actually, we're going to keep it here now because they got him up and being helped off. And that is Loston that will have to come out for a play now.
Yeah, and it looked like he was maybe just stretching out a hamstring or a calf or something. Hopefully nothing serious. He's getting stretched out on the sideline, walked off under his own power. It is pretty hot out here. Can dehydrate in a hurry, and looks like Jordan Krieger's all over it over there.
Well, here that last run for Loston, though, gave him the first down. That's a Mustang Seeds first down. They're planting your future for corn and soybean seed. Contact Jay Merkins or Scott Erickson. Or if you're in the Ada area, contact Dave Scherfenberg, your dealers at 218-784-8011, or Grant Wagner at Ada Feed and Seed, 218-784-7158 for Mustang Seed varieties. Here with 1st and 10, as they did take the opportunity here for a water break as well. Mentioned the heat out here as Oh, yeah, into the 90s here today. What do we got? Current temperature says 81 degrees.
And you're right, the wind has shifted a little bit. It was pretty much straight south earlier. It's feeling a little more southwest now.
Clear sky, partly cloudy skies, but the sun coming out, and I don't know, we're not going to get to play underneath the supermoon or anything here tonight. So
yeah,
that's the only bad part about having that 5 o'clock kickoff is you don't get the supermoon. You know, we're going to have to wait another 11 years or something until it comes back. 1st and 10. Enert here with Robinson in the backfield with him. Enert will keep it himself. Shrugs by 1, shrugs by 2, and then McCraven wraps him up to bring him down. But first, it's a gain of 8 yards down to the 10.
Yep, solid tackle by McCraven. You know, that was the first play in a while where they went away from that trips formation that they've had a lot of success with. But looks like they're having success with just about any formation right now. A lot of the momentum on the Eagle side.
Lawston looks to be good here as he's coming back into the game at that running back spot for New York Mills. He'll be in the backfield with his quarterback Enert from inside the left hash mark. 2nd and 2. Turn, give, Lawston trying to get around the outside edge down to the 6-yard line. Picks up another Mustang Seeds first down and has it now 1st and goal from the 6.
Nice job with Kritzberger and Spaeth both getting in on that tackle. It's going to take more than one guy to bring him down at times, Jake. We've seen what he can do.
Be interested to see what the Eagles do now as they've had success with the run, as the officials do officially signal first down there. No measurement needed. But what they do when you get down to this short yard part of the field and how they're going to attack it here, if they want to keep pounding it forward or like they tried to do on a couple of screen plays out to Roeder or Robinson there on the edge.
That's right, and you know they do have the wind at their back. I've noticed Cougars had Spaeth lining up with number 9 Robinson for much of the first few quarters, but not on the last couple plays.
There's Spaeth lines up on the inside, and we got a false start. False start, so negative plays. We saw that affect the teams in the first half. We'll see what effect that has on this drive now as it becomes 1st and goal from the 12-yard line.
Yeah, and you know that changes things pretty significantly, being not inside the 10 anymore.
Now they're going to mark it back here at the 13-yard line. So from the 13-yard line is where they do it. Robinson will be split out wide right here. Slot right will be men's. They will have Roeder, the receiver, to the left side, as Enert will take it right side on a quarterback keeper. Their high tackle avoids that one, dives down inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line, a gain of 9, 2nd and goal.
Just a great job of running. I think he made 2 or 3 Cougars miss there, and I mean, on the other side of that, if you're coaching up the Cougars, you got to get some more quality tackles. You got to wrap up. You can't just come in for the big hit and hit them high. You got to go low.
Break down, wrap up, keep your head up so you know what you're hitting, and power through, right?
That's right. Now, are we sitting on the 3-yard line here, Jake?
Just inside the 3-yard line, we'll call it here. From the right hash mark to receiver's left side. Here's Enert. Here's he stops in the backfield, and as he stumbles, the blitz coming here from Kritzberger. He'll stumble down, knee will go down, so he will have a loss on the play. Loss of 1.
And just with the way this game is going, Jake, you feel like these next 2 plays are going to be just pivotal. I mean, 6-6 after 2 whole quarters, and we're nearing the end of the 3rd, and it's like if you're the Eagles, you really got to think this is kind of your chance here.
Counting up here in the first half, 13 plays run for New York Mills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 so far. 11, 12 in this first quarter. So this will equal the number of plays that they ran entirely in the first half. But first, the Eagles are going to take a timeout. 2:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Here when we come back on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. We're tied at 6 on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Here we go back on the third quarter as just talking possible scenarios here. What the Eagles want to do is they come out of the timeout from Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada. They have it 3rd and goal on the 5-yard line. Trips receivers left side from the right hash. Enert will be in the shotgun set. He calls out for the snap, sends a man in motion, and then stops, and they snap the ball anyway. And I don't think he was supposed to go in motion. I think that was a non-false start.
Right, yeah. He did a good job of selling it as like, I think he initially jumped like a false start, but he just turned it into kind of a motion, so the rest didn't blow it dead. Now it looks like they're conversing here, but they did go to the hard count, which they've had success with.
And they kind of turned into a lead back then, but nowhere to go. So here, 4th and goal from the 7, and starting with that false start a couple plays ago, yeah, they having to take the time out, not Kristen Crew. Now they're going to throw the flag. So illegal shift is what they're going to call. Okay. So that's going to mark it back. It will still be 3rd down then, but it will be 3rd and goal back again here from the 12-yard line.
So the Cougars are saying, is there an option to decline that penalty, as they did let the play run on the illegal shift, right, Jake?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because it should be. Now officials are going to talk things over, I think, too. And Coach Tinjum is coming out saying, hey, what can we do? Because, yeah, do you want it 4th and goal from the 7 or 3rd and goal from the 12 right now defensively?
And so an illegal shift should be blown dead, correct?
Yes.
But it wasn't, and the Cougars stuffed him at the line. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, the flag was thrown well after the play, after the officials conversed, and yeah, now they're having some discussion too with Coach Tinjum, and yeah, we'll see exactly what gets called on there, but we do know we're calling this game from the Laura Tweeton Thrivent Financial Radio booth. Visit with Laura Tweeton today, planning for your future. You can call, schedule an appointment, 218-596-8228. Ask about mutual funds with Laura Tweeton and Thrivent Financial. Here's we had a scoreless second quarter. We've been scoreless so far in the third quarter as we have 1:44 to go, and it looks like we're going to have 3rd and goal from the 12 is the end result of the conversation.
Yeah, after talking to Aaron Cook and Kenley Wally, and should have been blown dead. So I think ultimately the right call here, Jake.
And now 3rd down, 2 receivers left side, 1 right. Got a stand-up tight end on that right side too in the 2-point stance. As Roberts went back to the running back spot. Here's a pass over the middle. It's picked off! Picked off by Kritzberger. Casper Kritzberger with the pick. There, met the receiver at the football. Casper Kritzberger with the big pick for Ada-Borup-West.
Huge play by Casper. The ball was kind of 50-50 ball, and he just went up and got it. Just deflating for the Eagles, and now the momentum, 180-degree flip.
And I did see that correct, right? It was Casper with the pick, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, unless I saw it incorrect too, but it looked like Casper.
So the pick there gives the ball to the Cougars. 1st and 10 here with 1:24 to go. And big thing to notice here too as they start on the 10-yard line is even if they don't get much to go on this drive, the chance there that they could get to the 4th quarter and kick with the win too.
Right, yeah. I mean, run a couple of plays and potentially be in the next quarter.
We've spent basically this whole 3rd quarter in this end of the field. Here's a quarterback keeper, and McCraven that time with the keeper picking up no yards.
So, Jake, Eagles coach Radnicki mentioned getting the ball to the playmakers, and I haven't noticed a ton of touches by Cameron Spaeth, who in my mind is one of the playmakers for the Cougars. You think that we'll be seeing some of that in the next last final quarter here?
I think that should be something there that they'd look at. One of the senior guys played a lot of football here for this Cougar program here, and certainly has some ability out there. He had the one catch for 2 yards on the screen, and then the jet sweep that was snuffed out for a loss of 4. He was targeted on that last play of the first half as well, too, the incomplete pass. Here, though, they run the pitch out to Brennan Fetting, as he's another guy that they could look to get the ball to. Is having now his 11th carry as he brings it forward for a gain of 6 yards. But 11 carries, just 31 yards for Brennan Fetting on the day so far.
And now if you're the Cougars, you probably just let it tick down, don't you?
I think you let it run. If it wasn't third down, I'd almost say the Eagles would want to take the timeout to make them kick it. But the Cougars are going to let the quarter wind down. We go to the fourth quarter. After a scoreless third, we stay 6-6, the score on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
Ada Building Center LLC welcomes you to discuss your plans and ideas for your new farm buildings, homes, garages, storage sheds, or other buildings you want at the lake, on the farm, or in town. Floor to ceiling, walls to roof, Ada Building Center LLC will assist in making your construction plans, providing quality project materials and free delivery to your job site. For updates and repairs, they have all the doors, windows, cabinets, and supplies you need. Ada Building Center LLC, 218-784-3661, Highway 200 East edge of Ada.
Fourth quarter begins, and all of our scoring happened in a 12-second stretch back in the first quarter. As Ada-Borup-West got a Brennan Fetting a 6-yard touchdown run with 1:23 to go, and then was a kickoff return touchdown for Finn Roeder and the New York Mills Eagles. That tied up at 6-6, and we've played to a stalemate since there. Third down and 4 for the Cougars on the 16-yard line as they come out to start the fourth quarter.
Reminds me of a game like in a mud bowl or something, Jake, but field conditions are pretty great out here.
It's beautiful out. McCraven in at quarterback in the pistol set. He turns, keeps himself on the play action, and nobody, had a guy open, but couldn't see him because the defense was all over him. Intended receiver there was Lance Kritzberger, but incomplete pass.
I love that empty hand fake McCraven does, but yeah, the throw was off the mark there to Kritzberger that time.
Fourth down, Cameron Spaeth on to punt. He did have the one in the first quarter going into the wind where he kind of ran around with it and ended up throwing it, give him the chance to try and make a play. So he does here on 4th and 4, but they are in punt formation. Waits the snap as it comes back. Good snap and nice line drive kick. It will go over the head of Robinson. Bounce the 40 to the 30, down to the 25. Robinson going to pick it up here, and then he will get it up to the 30-yard line. So a very nice 54-yard net on that punt there from Cameron Spaeth.
Yeah, Robinson kind of misjudged that one, Jake. His feet were kind of planted and frozen, and it went a little bit over his head, and he kind of had time there to backpedal, but overall, pretty good coverage by the Cougars as well. 5-6 jerseys in on the tackle.
Yeah, to get down and get that there so that when he did pick up the ball, didn't have anywhere to go with it. Here, and it will be 1st and 10. Ball officially marked at the 31-yard line. Here for New York Mills. From the right hash mark, they'll send Robinson along with Bozeman out wide left. Right side will be Roeder. Enert in the shotgun set. Calls out air and hands off to Lunston. The Cougars defense converging in as they're trying to stop that run there as Loston is brought down after a half-yard gain.
Yep, nowhere to go. Nice team tackle. 3-4 red jerseys in on the play. And it wasn't too long ago, Jake, the New York Mills Eagles had a great drive going, and Casper kind of ended that, and we'll see if they can get something going again here.
Two biggest plays of the day, easily the kickoff return touchdown and then that interception on that last New York Mills drive.
Definitely.
There inside the 10-yard line. So 2nd down and 9. Play clock at 13, at 12, at 11 as they break the huddle. They'll hustle up, send 2 receivers left, tight end and a wide receiver right side, 5 on the play clock. Man in motion comes with 3 seconds. Deep motion, they'll hand off, give it to the running back, Loston, and he will pick up 2 yards. And now it's a 3rd and 7.
Wyatt Larson and Lance Kritzberger are in on the tackle there. And, the motion coming from left to right on the offense, and the ball going back to the left. So the Cougars did a nice job staying disciplined and not getting fooled there with the motion going away from them.
Cougars bring in Miles Crocious on that defensive line. Here going with the forefront here still on 3rd and 7. Base there with that 4-2-5, that 3 safety look where they roll a guy up. Trips receivers to the right side. Enert with 9 on the play clock as he gets up the line of scrimmage. Little flinchy on the defensive line, but the play action comes. Menge puts pressure, throw deep here now to the right side. It's picked off by the Cougars. Picked off by Austin McCraven. And the jump ball was thrown up. McCraven comes down with it. It was a little underthrown, and that allowed the safety, McCraven, to come forward from that middle of the field, pick it off, and bring it up here to the Eagle 40. Where are they going to mark it? 43-yard line.
Yeah, you can tell he's a baseball guy, Jake. It was just kind of being a center fielder there. The ball was just up in the air for way too long into the wind and gave McCraven enough time to come over and snatch it right out of the air.
Can of corn, they say.
The receiver did fall down a little bit on the play, too, and the official was right there, so pretty clean, just kind of fell on his own accord, but unfortunate for the Eagles, and we'll see if the Cougars can capitalize.
Wyatt Larson in at quarterback in the pistol set. He turns, hands off. Brendan Fetting bounces off 1 tackle, but as he tries to get out to the left side, he's caught from behind, like Grady Roberts, the sophomore there, to grab him from behind, make the stop at the 40-yard line, gain of 3.
Yep, nice push up front. Finney and Tannehill got to get the big guys up front, get their names on the radio, give them some shout-outs. Alexander Bourne as well on that left side.
Reminder coming up, Ada-Borup-West versus Sacred Heart Volleyball on the radio 106.5 FM. We'll join that in progress. You can check out the video, yourliveevent.com. We'll have that in its entirety. Here's a read option and kept by Austin McCraven. Rolls off the would-be tackler and gets down inside the 35, yards short of the first down, brings up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and the defense is looking tired a little bit, Jake. I mean, it just seemed like that play was almost a little slow motion, and it took them a long time to get to McCraven versus the first few quarters. So probably some fatigue from the heat and first game, conditioning, that type of thing, as the clock's ticking under 9 minutes here in the game.
And a lot of guys for both teams really going both ways, not a lot of rest. We talked about like the quarterback, Enert. He's quarterback, he's safety, he's kicking, he's pretty much everywhere out there. Here for the Cougars, they give it Brendan. Big hole as he's across the 25, spins free down to the 20, dragging defenders to the 19-yard line, and a big 15-yard run, and that is just the third run of double digits of the day for the Cougars team.
That was a great run, and he's 1 tackle away from breaking that loose, and it looks like we have some cramping again. Got a white jersey down on the ground here.
Yeah, a little cramping going on. Officials timeout for a water break too, it looks like, so we'll take a 30-second break as well. It'll be 1st and 10, Ada-Borup-West after that Mustang Seeds first down run. 6-6 is our score on KRGB and yourliveevent.com.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halsted, 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No!
This is Kenley Walling, the Activities Director at Ada-Borup-West School. These activities wouldn't be possible without the Booster Club members and businesses who made contributions of money and time to Ada-Borup-West School. The Booster Club supports band, FFA, FCCLA, elementary football, the school library, and much more. Thanks to the Booster Club and their members for their support, and roll Cougs!
Cougars have it 1st and 10 as they keep it on the quarterback fake of the jet sweep, and McCraven keeps it himself. He'll pick up 4 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 6.
You know, at first I was saying it looked like the defense was maybe a little slow half a step, but maybe it's just a good job of McCraven being a patient runner too and waiting for those blocks and the holes to develop, because he's picking up 3 or 4 yards every time he carries the ball, it seems like.
10 carries, 46 yards for McCraven. Brendan Fetting, 13 for 49. Wyatt Larson, 6 for 27 here in the game. Receivers split out wide right side as Brendan Fetting goes from the running back spot to slot receiver. But first timeout called by Ada-Borup-West. Timeouts here from Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada. 7:37 to go, 4th quarter, 2nd and 6 from the Eagles' 16-yard line for Ada-Borup-West when we come back.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
2nd down and 6 as the Cougars run. Spaeth in motion, give it to him on the jet sweep, trying to get around the outside edge. Stiff arms a guy to get to that edge. Runs forward to the 1st down marker and out of bounds. They're inside or right around the 10-yard line. We'll see where they officially mark them, but looks like he'll have the 1st down by half a yard.
Great run, Jake. We knew they needed to get Spaeth involved a little bit on that offense and kind of got stuffed a couple times on his first attempts. Coaches are scolding I'm going to walk away here a little bit, Jake. They're chewing out some offensive linemen for missing some assignments, but overall, a great run by Spaeth.
Sometimes, you need that little boost. Sometimes you get it from, a coach saying, hey, here's what you got to do. Sometimes you pull out an Uncrustable during a timeout. Some people do that.
Not me.
Glad you're here, Eric. Glad you're here. Be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Cougars put 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Stand up 2-point tight end on the left side as well. Empty set for McCraven. The lefty's looking. He's going to roll out to that left side. He'll tuck it and run, and he will be flipped up and down to the 5-yard line, picking up a 4-yard carry.
Yeah, number 8, Joseph Mann in there with a decent tackle. Bring him down, and we've talked a lot about momentum shifts. Kind of feels a little stale out here right now, which is kind of weird because the Cougars are inside the 10 trying to score.
Well, Cougars have had the momentum shift their way twice in this second half. The Casper Kritzberger pick inside the 10-yard line, and then the last drive by the Eagles with Austin McCraven coming over. He picked off a pass, and now this drive down to the 5-yard line with under 7 minutes to go in this game, trying to uneven the score. It's the roundabout way of saying take the lead. Wyatt Larson in there as the give goes to the back of Fetting, and Fetting is body slammed there to the ground. Bounces up a little bit of a limp to him there as he goes down for a second. He'll look like he's going to be coming off the field.
Yeah, that was Bodie Roberts just playing to the whistle. Right, Jake?
Yeah, just trying to get him down because Fetting kept fighting, and he's slippery too, and Fetting going to stay out there. So just a moment there to kind of catch the breath. A loss of 1 on the play. Be 3rd and goal now from the 6-yard line. They break the huddle. Cameron Spaeth goes wide right side. Charlie Shaw wide left side. Haven't seen him targeted here today either. And they'll have Wambach as the receiver on the left side. Low snap. It gets by the quarterback, McCraven. It's just a scramble drill now. He throws it to the end zone and incomplete as he had to rush to throw it and had a man open off the scramble and just losing everyone, but didn't have time to set the feet, and the awkward throw is incomplete.
Jake, this is a big moment for Sam Melting, coming over from cross country, trying to pick up kicking here. We'll see kind of his debut, because on that extra point it was a low snap and kind of a broken play. So this will be huge to get some points on the board for the Cougars.
Come over from cross country. Does he have a good leg? I mean, you got to know on that. It's all part of the scouting report, right?
He played soccer in elementary.
Well, we all played box soccer in elementary. Yeah. 2s, 4s, and 6s. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up. It is no good. No good. Missed field goal there, and it will stay tied at 6-6 on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. The missed field goal.
Credit to the Eagles. Good pressure. It was a low snap again, but Spaeth had it there. Got the kick off, just a little short, little left.
So from the 13-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for New York Mills. The Eagles got a drive here, and they are going into the wind. The wind has died down as the second half has continued, though. Here, and
I'm just overhearing some great coaching by Coach Jorgensen. Short memory.
Yeah. Here, I think they originally spotted the ball at the... Oh, that's right. Okay, so in high school on the missed field goal, it's the touchback. So they get from the 20. Yeah, so from the 20. Yeah. Because it's the missed field goal, essentially like
Makes
a
sense.
punt, how they, yeah. One of those high school rules that you forget about at this level once in a while because you just don't see it very often.
Right. Yeah, there's not a lot of high school teams in Class A lining up for field goals. Oh, we got trips again here, Jake.
That trips formation going to be on the top side of your screen, that left side of the formation. In the shotgun set, turn, hand off, running back through right side, and there we see Miles Croshes. He's played well there in that secondary reserve role in that defensive line. Makes a stop here after a gain of 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if that was Mertz. Mertz kind of on the bottom of that little shaking on an arm here, so hopefully everything's all right there. But I'm just watching that trips formation, and often they do keep a tight end on the opposite side. So I'm just waiting for them to utilize that in the passing game for New York Mills to maybe a little sneaky play with that tight end.
And that tight end being Bodie Roberts, he's a big body out there as well too. Looks like he's lined up in the backfield now. Nope, he'll be back at there. So they do put him at fullback, set him in motion around the left side as a lead blocker on a pitch play, and snuffed out by Kritzberger. 2-on-2 that time as Lance Kritzberger and Tegan Lawson meet each other at the line of scrimmage.
We got 4 minutes and 40 seconds for someone to put some points on the board here, Jake.
Here, so sorry about that. With the Eagles going into the wind, passing here, they are 2 of 7 for 8 yards. Both of them have been the little swing screen passes to the outside to Robinson. Last 2 passes for Enert were both picked off. Here, so we'll see what they do on 3rd and 8 as the clock will tick down near 4 minutes when they snap the football.
We got Croshes in, Mertz out. Mertz is kind of walking off a little injury here.
Calling for the snap, and they don't get it off. A flag, or do we have a timeout? We have a flag coming out. And Coach Radnicki's coming out too, and not sure if he's talking to the officials or talking to his team. I think he's pointing at the new play clocks.
Yeah, maybe. I'm confused about the confusion.
Yeah, I think he wanted said the clock should have restarted or something based on the hand motions.
Okay.
But yeah.
New York Mills has what? 1. Oh, so I think this is it. If I can read lips and body language, without play clocks, the back judge counts down from 10, correct? With hand
Yep.
signals. But
Yep.
now they're not doing that. I don't know.
There we go. So
I don't know
either
who's
way, it's a penalty. It's 3rd and 13. That we do know.
That's a fact. The wind's dying down here, Jake.
Spread formation, one back. That's Roberts in the backfield. They're going to pass down the left side. Pass is deep, and it's caught by Roeder. Roeder to midfield. Just fell into his lap, and a big completion to midfield.
A lot of contact. I'm not saying he pushed off, but a lot of contact before that ball got to the receiver. The coaching staff is not happy on the Cougar sideline right now, Jake.
A big 36 yards and a first down. There's Finn Roeder. Had the big play, kick return in the first half. There's the longest offensive play of the game for either team right there, 36 yards.
You know, the wind, I just mentioned the wind is dying down, so they're going to be able to pass a little bit better here in this quarter going into the wind.
Robinson going to dot the I formation with the wing back right side. Here under center. Oh, Robinson smacked at the line of scrimmage. And nowhere to go on that one.
Bodie Roberts, number 48, is just bullying people around. He's fun to watch out there.
Bodie is bodying people.
Yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. But he's we've seen him line up on the line in the tight end spot, in the fullback spot. Saw him on defense, picking up Fetting and slamming him down. So he's a physical guy.
Yeah, one of the seniors on this roster. Trying to come through here with 3 minutes to go. Tie game 6-6 in the fourth quarter. 15 on the play clock as they break the huddle. 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. Robinson again will dot the I formation. Wing back right side, receivers each direction. They will, trying to run the quarterback boot, and it was snuffed out right away that time. Wyatt Larson says hello and have a seat.
Yeah. Brody Menge, a little fired up there. I like to see that out of the young guy.
There, Wyatt Larson there, talking about him as a quarterback. He's made a couple nice plays from that DN spot. Blocked the PAT. How big was that right now, too, after that kickoff return, too?
Yeah, he doesn't do that. I mean, this is a completely different game. New York Mills is almost thinking about running out clock at this point. So Wyatt Larson's been a difference maker.
Here, 2:08 up to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 14. Trips receivers to the right side. Enert in the backfield. In the shotgun set, he'll take the snap. Running the screen play out to the right side of Robinson, off his hands, and officials wave it incomplete. Forward pass incomplete. There, so that will bring up a 4th down and 14. Here now for the Eagles. Wind, as I look at the flag right now, is basically gone.
Yeah, it'll pick up every now and then, but it's nowhere near where it was at the start of the game.
We'll see McCraven as the deep safety. I think he'll play back as a returner if they do punt it, or they might just let it roll. Remember earlier in the game, Enert had that rugby-style punt, rolled out to the side, got it off. Robinson couldn't quite track it down as it rolled into the end zone for a touchback. We'll see. They do send Roeder in motion, same as they did earlier, and they do roll out looking to get that rugby punt off, and it is bouncing at the 32, rolling down to the 27. So with 1:49 to go in the fourth quarter from the 26-yard line, it will be Ada-Borup-West football looking to put it into the end zone and put a W on the board for the first time this year.
Is Alex Rush up there in the booth right now, Jake?
I think he went to volleyball tonight. No updates here today.
Okay. I got a text, so I was just wondering.
Okay. Was it a good update?
He was asking me a question.
Okay. All right. Thanks for listening, Alex. From the 27-yard line, we got a little officials timeout here for the water break for the 1:49 to go. Here this second half, we've had 2 punts and a missed field goal from the Cougars, and 2 punts and 2 interceptions from New York Mills. And you look at the big plays in this second half, New York Mills driving. Casper Kritzberger picks it off inside the 10-yard line. Ada-Borup-West driving. They go for the 23-yard field goal attempt. They do not get it, and that is partially why we're still tied at 6-6 here in this fourth quarter.
You know, and you can't say the fourth quarter has been boring, can you? I mean, we've had a missed field goal. We've had some big time New York Mills plays airing it out. So there's been some excitement, but the scoreboard doesn't really reflect that, does it?
And you look as far as trying to pick up chunk yardage on this drive, the Cougars on offense, it's not like they haven't looked to push the ball downfield, but they really haven't had time.
That's right.
And also, we'll see what they can do here. Is Austin McCraven going to start this drive at quarterback? Here he'll have two wide left side with Cameron Spaeth in the slot. He'll have three receivers right side with Shaw, Kritzberger out there along.
In New York Mills, you know, one timeout remaining, a tired defense. We'll see if that makes a difference.
Run Spaeth in motion. Give it to him on the jet sweep. It's a pass. He's got a man open down the field. It is pulled in by Shaw. Spaeth to Shaw to the 10, the 5, and the jet sweep bomb. Cameron Spaeth with a touchdown pass to Charlie Shaw.
Charlie Shaw showing off his state track speed there, outrunning the D-back. It was a nice little trickery play. Great ball by Cameron Spaeth, right on the money. And then it's off to the races for Charlie.
Running that jet sweep with Spaeth a couple times, trying to get the defense to buy in, and it's a 73-yard catch and run touchdown for Shaw. Talk last drive, they hadn't really targeted Shaw much, but there it was. Sometimes you got to go deep into the bag, and there's the lead for the Cougars. On to kick the extra point now. And we have a whistle, a timeout here for the Cougars.
I'm not sure if they had 11 guys out there. I mean, you probably want to take that timeout, right? Because this is big. There's still a minute 38 left. And if New York Mills were to find the end zone and you're only sitting at 12, oh boy, right?
Oh boy, it would be right. And at the same time, maybe you sit there and think, well, do we go for the 2 so that they'd have to get 2 as well? It's that, you know, yes or no, what do you think is the best course of action here on this one? But how about the play call as well, too? You start in the drive, after the officials' water break, you talk it over, and you call the trick play there, and just Charlie Shaw streaking down the sideline. Cameron Spaeth finds him, and that's, well, now has become the biggest play of the game.
It was a great play. It was a great play call. The kids executed it really well. I thought Charlie Shaw was going to maybe lose his footing a little bit there, maybe overthrown, but no, it was right in stride.
Well, and when you're wide open like that, I think that's the toughest catch to make, isn't it?
Yep, and you know, he's looking back into the sun. There's a lot of factors there.
Here, so they will kick the extra point as Melting will be in to kick it. Waiting for the snap, the hold, the seniors' kick is up, and that one is good.
There we go.
13-6. Sam Melting caps off the PAT, and Ada-Borup-West leads on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard up by a touchdown. 98 seconds left to play when we come back.
I've always been more so of a caring person, I'd say. I don't know, the care aspect and being able to make a difference in their life and help them to have as normal of a life as they can. Whenever I provide care for them, I always try and go above and beyond and do you need anything else? Can I help you do this while I'm here? And take care of all these wonderful residents, and it's really nice having such awesome residents here. I would definitely recommend a career at Benedictine of Ada.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
The 73-yard jet sweep pass. Cameron Spaeth hits Charlie Shaw for 73 yards. Now confusion going on here as trying to get the kicking team out there. This will be the Sam Melting going to come on and kick. Yeah, so
that's important.
Yeah, got to tee it up. Got to tee it up to kick it up. Eagles have 3 back to receive. You got, of course, Finn Roeder had the kick return touchdown in the first half. Out there along with Tegan Loston, and you got Deshaun Robinson there as well, too. So dangerous returners. Cougars have kicked one deep that was returned by Roeder. Then they had an onside kick to start the second half. So we'll see what Sam Melton with his first kickoff is going to do here. Gets it teed up, gets himself set up. And here comes the kick. And this one is well struck through the hands of Loston back to the 2-yard line. He picks it up. Now looking to run up the right sideline, trying to find a little bit of room to get back some of what he lost on the mishandle of the catch. And it will be a lot of grass to cover now for New York Mills to try and tie this game up. 15-yard line is where they mark it.
Yeah, as the returner, you never want to have to put your hands up by your helmet. Probably should have taken a couple steps back and fielded that a little more cleanly, but still turned kind of nothing into something by scooping it up and picking up a few yards. Just a long ways to go, like you said, 91 seconds.
Cougars with that 5 defensive back shell defense here. Typically hard to hit a long pass play on that one. The Eagles did get one last drive there, that 36 yards to Finn Roeder there. And he'll be out wide to left side. Brendan Fetting will be matched up on him. Enert in the shotgun set, running back to the left side, and play clock hits zeros. Did they get the snap off?
They ran out of time there, Jake.
Yep. Delay a game called on New York Mills. And we'll maybe chalk that up to one of those first games of the year where everything's not quite ironed out yet. Here's they've had a little bit of a struggle with that play clock in this one. They line up, spread formation, 4 wide, shotgun set for Enert. Back to pass, looking right, throws into the flat here, try to get it to Loston, and it's incomplete off his hands and knocked away too by the defense.
Yeah, Charlie Shaw using the proper hand, kind of swatting that away. Good defensive play. Because the receiver was there and the ball was on the money.
2nd down and 10. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage here goes the Eagles. Back to pass, again looking to the right side in the flat. This one behind and off the hands of Bozeman. After Bozeman can't make the catch, incomplete, 3rd down.
Yeah, that one was just kind of off the hands of Bozeman. The wind is tricky here because it'll die down and then it kind of gets a strong gust, so it's hard to play that if you're the quarterback and receiver, I would think, Jake.
3rd and 15, wind does pick up as we look at the flag here ahead of this snap. 4 wide, spread them out, back to pass, looking right side. Enert gonna go deep, he's looking for Roeder, and it is incomplete. Little contact there, but incomplete off the hands of the defense and brings up 4th down. Here, 4th down, and hearing some, I don't know if it's the fans that are behind you across the field, something there, Spencer, there. Someone had some words there on that one.
I didn't hear it.
I hear who it is. I hear who it is. Okay.
That's
one of them unmistakable voices.
So I thought there was maybe a chance to intercept that. Not a bad choice to knock it down, I guess. If you're the Cougars, you're thinking one more play on defense. And
long time in the huddle, 10 seconds on the play clock. Still in the huddle are the New York Mills Eagles. 5 seconds left.
One timeout. Or just
3,
take the penalty.
2, 1. They do get it off, but they're rushed. In the face here, pass behind the intended receiver, Robinson. Had to hurry, and then the defense came on a good rush, incomplete pass, and the turnover on downs gives the ball back to Ada-Borup-West, and they could have the option here, I believe, to just kneel it out if they wish.
That's right. Am I correct? There's one timeout remaining from New York Mills?
I believe they do have one time. By my notes, they do.
Okay.
So from the 10-yard line, and it looks like they are going to be in the victory formation. Here's they have Charlie Shaw back here at the 23-yard line, just in, Miracle at the Meadowland style. Here, so on to take the kneel down. And it will be Wyatt Larson getting to kneel it down for the clock to run. And they do take the timeout. Eagles do take the timeout. Here with 1:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Be second down when we come back. Cougars lead by a touchdown and a PAT on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, 13-6.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
(13-6) with 70 seconds left to tick off in this fourth quarter. Ada-Borup-West in the kneel-down formation. Here's Wyatt Larson, puts the knee to the turf. Clock will roll. There, and they'll have to take one more. Look at Aiden Peterson going and getting the tee.
Good hustle.
Good hustle out there. Forgot about after the kickoff. It's only been out there for like 6 plays.
Oops.
Yep. Someone found it, though. There you go. So, one more kneel down for Ada-Borup-West. And it's the clock under 40 here. That will give them, barring the crazy, the first win of the year here in the season opener. So, under center, Larson takes a snap, takes the knee, and that will let the clock run out. So Ada-Borup-West with a late 73-yard touchdown pass. Cameron Spate to Charlie Shaw on the trick play ends up being the difference maker. 13-6, Ada-Borup-West wins over New York Mills. Stay tuned. We'll have our post-game report from Home Crown Realty coming your way next.
Kyle Larson here for Franson Bank and Trust. We are a Farmer Mac approved lender that can offer operating lines of credit, land, equipment, and facility financing. Our lending experts understand the farm economy and climate in and around the Ada area. With a fast underwriting process and local decision making, you can save time on all farming and ag-related inquiries. Contact our Ada office today to learn more. Franson Bank and Trust, real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy. Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Welcome into our Home Crown Realty post-game report. Ada-Borup-West over New York Mills, 13-6, your final in this one. Let's look at our game summary in this one from Benedictine Living Community of Ada and the Benedictine Care Community. Strength together, a trusted name in senior living. Game summary in this one, going back to the first quarter, Ada-Borup-West, after a 3-and-out on their first drive, would get the ball back and drive 47 yards after a fourth down conversion run from Austin McCraven. Brennan Fetting would cap off 2 plays later from 6 yards out. The PAT would fail there, and it would be a 6-0 lead, a short-lived 6-0 lead, because 12 seconds later, you got Finn Roeder running into the back of the end zone there on a 76-yard kickoff return touchdown to answer back immediately. A big blocked PAT by Wyatt Larson on the next one, and that would take it at 6-6 with 1:11 to go in the first quarter. That is what the score would be until 1:49 in the fourth quarter, as a scoreless second, a scoreless third, and nearly a scoreless fourth until the Cougars take over possession after a punt, and it would be the first play. They run the jet sweep pass. Cameron Spate takes the jet sweep handoff from his quarterback, Austin McCraven. We're going to his right, stops, throws. Charlie Shaw running down the sideline, and he gets it, hauls it in, races to the end zone for the 73-yard touchdown catch and run. And that would be the difference in this one after Sam Melting adds in the PAT. 13-6 is the final score in that one. That's our game summary from the Benedictine Care Community, Benedictine Living Community in Ada, a trusted name in senior living. Stick with us. More to come on your post-game report. We'll have player action, coaching reaction, and awards to hand out when we return on KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
As we prepare to head back to school, students at Ada-Borup-West will go back to school on Tuesday, September 5th. Visit ada.k12.mn.us for more information and parent resources as you prepare to send your student back to school, whether that's transportation, whether that's the e-learning plans, free and reduced lunch forms, or questions before school can be answered by visiting ada.k12.mn.us. You can also call the school for more information, 218-784-5300. The Ada-Borup-West School District looks forward to a safe back to school.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Lynn Force Insurance Agency in your viewing area if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
At the junction of Highway 59 and 200, you'll enjoy a stop at Pump 24 Corner Market. Gas and diesel islands are available 24 hours for all vehicles. In the Corner Market, you'll find convenience foods, grocery, hot stuff subs and wraps, pizzas, salads, and more, including the Plump 24 roasted chicken. You can add mashed potatoes and extras for the full meal. Hot coffee is always available every day at Pump 24 Corner Market in Mahnomen.
Home Crown Realty post-game report. Talk to your local agents of Brandon Dahl, Eric Smart, licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota. Want to set up a viewing with Brandon and Eric? You can view the listings online as well. HomeCrownRealty.com. There's the website. Here as the team's season opener ends in the favor of Ada-Borup-West, 13-6, the final score over New York Mills. Here as we start things off here by talking about our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection in this one. You can discover local reliability you can trust with Halstead Telephone Company online, halsteadtel.com. And fairly easy to see where the connection is in this one, as it was the 73-yard touchdown pass that ended up being the difference in the score margin there. Cameron Spaeth to Charlie Shaw, 73 yards to the house, and the win to the Cougars there. That is your Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Well, we're going to have Spencer Ripke join with some of our stars of the game. And Spencer, are they ready to go right away, or do they need a minute?
Looks like I got most of them here.
Ready to go right away?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right, our stars of the game down on the field with Spencer Ripke, brought to you by American Federal Bank in Ada and Peter Jacobson Construction.
All right, we're going to start with Casper Kritzberger, playing out on the defensive side, cornerback, lining up with the big receivers. And Cass, let's talk about the obvious play, the big interception. That was a big game changer, momentum swing for the Cougars. What was going through your mind? Walk us through the interception.
Guy had a in route, and I'm like, I can get on top of this, and I did. Then adrenaline's pumping. Then a whole team's hyped. And then just big upside down. We all flipped and came out with the dub.
Yeah, that was nice. What would you say your vertical is, Cass? I mean, you're not the tallest guy out there, right? But, I mean, you got off the ground for that interception.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. It's pretty high.
All right. Well, you were also in on some tackles and everything. First varsity start, right? Yeah. So you want to talk us through that a little bit as well?
Yeah, I was pretty nervous right at the beginning. Stomach butterflies, but second half kind of got in the mindset and felt good.
Awesome. Well, stick around. Jake, we got a shirt for these guys, right? Is that?
Yep, in the bag.
Okay, yeah. So stick around, Cass. I'm going to get that to you in a minute. I'll move on to the next one in line here. Good job. Good game. We got Charlie Shaw here next, number 21, doing it a little bit on defense and offense tonight. Charlie on the kick return for a touchdown. You're the guy chasing him down. Well, and they tied up 6-6. What's going through your mind when that's happening?
I was kind of mad at myself. I was about maybe a yard or half a yard away from, I think I could have forced a fumble there. If I had 10 more yards, I think I would have got him for the fumble. So I was a little frustrated, but it was still early in the game. I knew we had a lot of time left, so just moved on. And, it wasn't pretty, but it came down to that last end of the fourth quarter, and we got the win, though. So. Yeah,
I was, doubting myself for a minute. Did that guy go to state and track? And then you totally redeemed yourself. Talk about the little trick play there. Cameron hit you perfectly in stride. You kept your feet. You got past the defense. Tell us about that play where we went up 13-6. The Cougars finally broke that tie.
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny. We drew it up at halftime. Tingham said fourth quarter, if we need it and the wind's at our back, we're going to do that jet to Cameron. And we'd been practicing it. And then just kind of stock block, make it look like it's a run, then just take off. Worked perfectly, got behind everyone. Cameron threw a beautiful ball. Caught it, almost got caught. You're talking about track. I was looking back, almost like coming around that end of the 400 looking back.
We tell you not to do that. I don't think you should do it in football either.
Yeah, I almost got caught. I had to curve a little bit, but we got in, and then it was awesome. Sam came and hit that extra point to go up 7, and then got some stops, and we won the game.
Yeah, so actually, after the touchdown, you were in on a couple defensive plays as well, swatting the ball out in the space, with lining up against the receivers. Do you have a preference, offense or defense? You like them both? What's your thoughts on that?
It's hard to say. I like them both. But I will say offense, there is only one ball. So you don't – it's harder to maybe get what you want all the time. You do a lot of blocking. We have so many skilled wide receivers. Well, on defense, you can kind of just fly around and make plays no matter what. Sure. So I would say defense probably a little bit. Yeah, but I was going for a pick at the end there when I swatted that one. McCraven told me to back up, though. I think if he gave me those couple yards, I'm jumping that.
All right. Well, you're fun to watch, Charlie. Good game. Stick around a little bit. We'll find a shirt for you. Jake, how we doing here?
Doing good. We got one more joining us?
Yeah, we got a few more here, Jake.
All right. Just keep going, man.
Okay, we're going right down the line here. We got Ames. Ames, talk about – you're in on a lot of plays on defense tonight. You want to talk about any highlights tonight for you?
I don't know. It's just kind of intimidating at start, but I just knew that, nervousness is probably more excitement, and that's what kind of drove me tonight to make those plays and stuff.
Sure. Do you look forward to getting your number called, being able to blitz, or are you more of a pass protection guy? What's your preference there?
More blitz, and I like to get in the action more.
Sure. And then a little bit of nerves in the beginning, or what were you feeling like lining up at the start of the game?
Quite a bit of nerves, but I just knew that it was excitement, and it kind of drove me not to be so nervous at the start.
Yeah, and by the end it kind of goes away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So good win tonight. Nice job. Stick around here. And then we have the guy that's not on any, the number is not on any roster, AD Austin Dryden. Austin, big win tonight for you guys. It was tied up for the longest time. We Cougars finally came on top with a minute and a half to go. What's going through your head as the game progressed here tonight?
I was wondering if we could get down the field fast enough. Yeah.
Yeah, and you saw some of your fellow linemen going down throughout the game, and other linemen had to step it up. What are you thinking when you got some new line members with you? How's that been in practice and tonight in this first game?
We've had a really good. Jorgie's coached us up really well, so going from having no freshman linemen on the line to having freshman linemen on the line to being this good, I think we did a big step up from when we just started.
Right, yeah. And then do you have any specific teammates to give a shout out to that you thought did well on the line or in general in the game tonight?
Oh, Lance. When Mason got taken out, he stepped up and played the wing, helped me block.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We did notice that. That was a nice job, and I like that you're shouting out Coach Jorgensen as well, and I hope that the O-line can progress throughout the season.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, good.
Got a lot of improvement.
Yeah, very good improvement. All right, last but not least, we got Lucas Mertz here, Jake. All right, Lucas, I think I talked to you once last year, right? You're a freshman last year. You got maybe one start in there, filling in for some ineligibility people, some injured people. So you had a little bit of experience on the line, but you probably played a lot more downs tonight than you used to. What was that like?
Definitely very fun. It was definitely a lot of fun getting to be out there and getting to play with fellow teammates.
So I got to ask you, because I know you're in there all the time, weight room. Talk about the weight room. Does that help you get ready for a game one of the season like this? Do you feel like that kept you well conditioned or strength? Talk about the weight room and its impact on the game of football.
I definitely think the weight room is probably the best thing that you can do as a football player, especially on the line, because it's very nice to be with just having the upper hand when you're on that line. Definitely really nice to be able to put guys on the ground pretty easily. Yeah.
So you're just a sophomore, but would you say, is there a leader on the line? Is it you? Is it someone else? Someone that you can kind of follow and help out some of the younger, inexperienced guys?
I'd say it's definitely us upperclassmen, like the sophomores, juniors, and the senior, of course. We definitely like to keep those guys well conditioned and keep them in shape.
All right, so now you just got to get more guys in the weight room and be a leader on that side too, right, Lucas?
Yes, sir.
All right, good job tonight, Lucas. Fun calling your name. All right, Jake, I think we got a couple coaches here too.
There we go, as our stars of the game from American Federal Bank in Ada and Peter Jacobson Construction. And if you got Coach ready right away, we'll go right ahead there. Keep it down on the field there with you, Spencer.
All right, I'm here with Coach Paul Tingham after the win. Coach, it was a grind for a while there, 6-6, frozen on the scoreboard for the longest time. Nice play that the kids ran really well. The jet sweep, Cameron to Charlie. Charlie mentioned you have had that drawn up since halftime. You want to talk about that play at all?
Yeah, we did. The plan was the third quarter to try to get through the third quarter and get our wind at the back in the fourth quarter, and it worked out barely. But yeah, we had a big pick down there, and Casper had the big pick to stop them down close to the goal line, and then we survived the third quarter without them scoring and got to the fourth and had a chance to score down there, and we kind of stalled out with 4 minutes left of the game or something like that, and then we got to head them backed up and had a big stop, and we've run a jet sweep pass in practice a little bit differently than that, but we drew it up at halftime, just kind of seeing what their defense was doing and make sure we had everybody blocked, and kids executed it when we called it. So I said, you get one chance to do this, and they did it. So nice blocking by everybody, nice snap by Corbin there. It's huge. Got to get the snap first, and we blocked the edge, and they bit up on Cameron because you're going to bite on Cameron because he's a threat. And Charlie, stalked him and went. He made it look like he was blocking and took off, and Cameron put the ball in the money, and Charlie used his track speed there and ran it down and made a heck of a catch and ran it in. So, yeah, big time play.
Absolutely, and young playmakers making differences on the line, on the the defense with Casper getting the interception. What did you see from some of your younger guys today?
Definitely some big plays by some of them. A couple picks and big tackles, and definitely we got a number of sophomores starting and/or playing a lot, and tonight was some of their first time in the field, big time in varsity. Some of them played last year. Maybe they're playing a lot of different spots this year, but we have a number of sophomores that played big time snaps and big time minutes tonight for sure. And senior class, junior class, all came through too. And New York Mills is a heck of a team. It wouldn't surprise me if they ran the table. Honestly, I could see them going 7-1 after this game, because we knew this was gonna be a battle. Matt's a heck of a coach and good guy. I got to know him last year. He and I both coached at the high school all-star game last year, so I got a lot of respect for him because I got to know him down there, and we hung out for 4 days down there. We're in the same coaching staff, so he's a good friend of mine, and a lot of respect between us. So happy to get the win, and they're a very, very good team.
Yeah, absolutely. So where do we go from here next week now, Coach? Obviously, a lot of good things to build off and probably some things to improve on too.
Oh, definitely. We play at Bagley next week. There's a lot of things to improve on. We saw a lot of things live that we're standing out to as coaches, but you get on film and you can really see a lot of things and correct everything. And it's all correctable. Some of it's just going a little harder, some of it's making the right decisions, some of it's X's and O's, some of it's physical, some of it's mental. But they're a good team. When you're playing a good team, they make you do things you don't want to do. So it wasn't, did we make mistakes? Yeah. Did they make mistakes? They did, because it's two good football teams. We're both trying, so everything doesn't always go the way you want it to when you're playing a really good team. And one more play went right for us than them, and that's what it came down to at the end. We talked about that at halftime. Just it's going to come down to one big play here. So get out of the third quarter either ahead or tied, and we get the win, and we can make a big play or two. And we did just what we needed. So yeah.
Yeah, just enough. One more play. Well said, Coach, and good luck next week in Bagley.
Hey, thank you.
Jake?
Thank you. Spencer down with head coach of Ada-Borup-West, Paul Tinjum. Our post-game coaches' comments there, part of our Home Crown Realty post-game report. Ada-Borup-West with the victory 13-6 over New York Mills. Before we break here, let's real quick name our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And bringing the energy here today, we talked to him. His name is Casper Kritzberger, as he came up with the big interception down in the red zone on defense for the Cougars when New York Mills was driving and picked it off inside the 10-yard line there. Casper Kritzberger is your energy player of the game from Enbridge Energy, reminding you that life takes energy. And you can learn more. Tomorrow is on.com. Enbridge, life takes energy. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More of your post-game report when we wrap up after this on 106.5 FM KRGB and yourliveevent.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Post-game report from Home Crown Realty as Ada-Borup-West gets a season-opening victory over New York Mills. Let's talk about precision in this one with the guys at RDK Enterprises, Hillsboro and Drayton. Here, PlanterDoc.com, the website, PlanterDoc.com. They're at the RDK Enterprises. Here, hoping everyone has a safe harvest season, and when you need your planters ready for next year, contact RDK Enterprises, PlanterDoc.com. Precision in this one, precision on special teams. The kickoff return touchdown for the New York Mills Eagles, their lone trip to the end zone in this one, but a big one there to answer the Cougar touchdown right away. The kickoff return touchdown, 76 yards for Finn Roeder. He would take it to the house, and at that time would make it a 6-6 game for much of the next 3 quarters until late in that fourth quarter as well. So that's your RDK Enterprises precision play in the game. Before we get to our final stats here, want to mention here our Subway of Ada super sub of the game. And looking here where we want to go with that sub, and I'm going to go with Brody Minge. At the defensive end, the sophomore comes in after Mason Larson goes down with what appeared to be an ankle injury. Thought Minge came in and had a couple pop plays and had a couple just, hey, I'm making the routine play as well, too. So thought he came in and made some nice plays, and he will be our Subway of Ada super sub of the game. Here's Subway of Ada. Eat fresh. Thanking the area fans and athletes and teams for stopping before and after the games. Open daily for breakfast, lunch, and supper at Subway in Ada. And while we're on the topic, too, of a D-line play and offensive line play, it's play in the trenches with Visser Trenching. Here is they play in the trenches, they dig it, and they get it done. For excavating work, selling and delivering of rock, gravel, sand, dirt for your projects, call Visser Trenching. Here, bringing our trench play here today, and a couple of places we're going in the trenches. I thought a couple guys that popped on both teams. Lucas Mertz on the offensive and defensive side for Ada-Borup-West as the sophomore getting the start there at right guard and at D tackle. Thought he popped there, getting some play in there. On the New York Mills Eagles side, Bodie Roberts at the tight end spot. I thought he was really bodying some people out there, blocking also on defense as well too, making some plays out there on the edge there as a defensive end. I thought those were two guys that really stood out on the offensive and defensive line and playing in the trenches just like the guys at Visser Trenching. Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back here in 60 seconds. We'll get your final stats, wrap you up here with the Ada-Borup-West Cougar victory over the New York Mills Eagles 13-6.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Holly and Hendrum.
The 2023 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is now available in digital format. You can view the 2023 Fall Sports Guide online and on mobile by visiting rnjbroadcasting.com and clicking on the Sports Guide link. View schedules, coaches' bios, and see plenty of photos and tidbits to get ready for the fall sports seasons. The R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is now online and available at rnjbroadcasting.com.
Final score, Ada-Borup-West over New York Mills, 13-6. Look at that great new scoreboard out here at the Johnson Sports Complex. Looking good, and looking good for Cougar fans as they get the home opener, season opener victory, winning 13-6. Let's look at the stats in the game. Your statistics are brought to you by Christian Motors in Fertile, Highway 32 north in Fertile. Online, ChristianCarsOnline.com. Check them out for the pre-owned vehicles. Great selection on the lot. Stop by or go online, ChristianCarsOnline.com. For the New York Mills Eagles, rushing the ball, It was Braxton Enert, 10 carries for 15 yards. It was Tegan Loston with 15 carries for 45 yards. And it was Deshaun Robinson with 2 carries for 4 yards. Total of 27 carries, 64 yards on the ground for New York Mills. Through the air, Enert was 3 of 13 passing for 44 yards and 2 interceptions. Had 2 catches totaling 8 yards for Deshaun Robinson, 1 catch for 36 yards there for Finn Roeder. That's 64 on the ground, 44 through the air. That's 108 yards of total offense on 40 offensive snaps here today for the New York Mills Eagles. They had 3 turnovers, 3 turnovers, 1 fumble, 2 interceptions in the loss, 5 penalties for 25 yards. Also had a 76-yard kickoff return touchdown for Finn Roeder. They were 0-1 on PATs as it was blocked. Eagles fall to 0-1. Next week they have their home opener as they take on Pine River Bacchus. They were facing off here today against USA, Uppsala, Swanville area. Did not see a score on that one. Final stats for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. Rushing the ball. Brendan Fetting, 14 carries, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Austin McCraven, 11 carries, 50 yards. Wyatt Larson, 6 carries, 27 yards. Cameron Spate, 2 carries for 2 yards, and Mason Larson will go down for 1 carry for 3 yards. They had 3 team kneel downs at the end of the game for a loss of 3 yards. 37 total snaps with a rush, 127 yards rushing for the Cougar offense here today. Through the air, it was Austin McCraven going 4 of 7 passing for 18 yards. Cameron Spaeth going 1 of 2 passing for 73 yards and a touchdown. Mason Larson, 1 catch for 10 yards. Lance Kritzberger, 1 catch for 10 yards. Cameron Spaeth, 1 catch for 2 yards. Brendan Fetting, 1 catch for -4 yards. And Charlie Shaw, 1 catch for 73 yards and a touchdown. 127 on the ground, a total of 91 through the air. That's 218 yards of offense on 46 offensive snaps for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. They had 1 turnover in the game. They had 3 penalties, 25 yards. 1 of 1 on point after attempt kicks, 0 of 1 on field goal attempts, and then officially 0 of 1 on 2-point conversions as an attempted PAT had the snap go awry and ended up being tackled down short of the end zone. Defensively, interceptions for Austin McCraven and Casper Kritzberger on defense. So a fumble recovery for Charlie Shaw. Scoring plays, Brendan Fetting had a 6-yard touchdown run, and Cameron Spaeth had a 73-yard touchdown pass to Charlie Shaw as the Cougars score 13 and win 13-6, the final score there. Next week, Ada-Borup-West goes on the road. They travel to Bagley as they take on the Flyers. They host BBE. That's tomorrow, so Cougars get a chance to go scouting tomorrow as they'll take on Bagley next week in week number 2. That's our final stats here today. Final stats once again from Christian Motors, Highway 32 North in Fertile. As we thank you for joining us here today, a quick reminder, we will then now join in progress on 106.5 FM KRGB, the volleyball game between Ada-Borup-West and Sacred Heart. That has already been being picked up on yourliveevent.com, where you can watch that in its entirety. You can also go back to the broadcast archive, rewatch any game, any moment that we have in that broadcast archive that you want to relive. So thanks to you, the viewer, joining us here today on our broadcast. Thanks to all the sponsors that you've seen and heard throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Spencer Ripke, joining me down on the sidelines here today. Great job today, Spence. Hey, and good luck tomorrow with the cross-country team going over to Breckenridge to do some running. So, running on the sidelines today, running on the golf course tomorrow. That's the way Spencer goes. Thanks to Sarah running the camera here today with the Your Live Event broadcast. Thanks to Kaylin, our engineer in the studios of KRJB. Myself at Jake Berkmeyer with the play-by-play call. Once again, thanking you for tuning in and listening on 106.5 FM KRGB and watching on yourliveevent.com. Ada-Borup-West Cougar football season opening victory over the New York Mills Eagles 13-6.